see you again. And I'll see you again. And I'll see you again. And I'll see you again. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. And I'll 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 see you
Hello everyone, welcome to the semi-finals for the Vainglory League qualifiers for Seoul. On my side is, as always, for C, the dear Video Villain, and in the background we do have Blueberries.
Yes, hey guys. Well, haven't seen me here on SDA, I think, but that's fine for me because we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a great match today, and gladfully that Donjon and Video Villain will guide you through the matches. We will start with a top match here. This is a semi-final match, and this is no other than Infamous versus Hunters B. The winner will move directly to the finals tomorrow, so they have a very, very high chance to go to Seoul if they practice hard and play even better. And the loser is not out. They will fall down to the loser bracket and they still have a chance. So it is possible that Infamous and Hunters B can meet here and in the finals tomorrow, theoretically. But don't want to talk too long. I will pass over my word to Donjon and Video Villain.
I thought you were throwing a ball. I already had my hands for catching it. Okay.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Are you guys in the same house right now?
Sorry, did you capture the bands?
Yes, I have the bands. So yes, we have Infamous versus Hunters B. Both teams are undefeated, so this is going to be really exciting. Infamous has banned Taka, and Hunters B has banned Fortress. Again, they seem to ban Fortress often. They banned them last time and the time before that as well. So I think that they do not like going against Fortress. Fortress ban seems like a good, not a good idea personally, just because Infamous hasn't been playing Fortress recently. Okay. And I don't think it was because of the bans. They've been playing Catherine and Celeste and Taka, and that's been doing really well for them recently. So
you think that's more of they are just banning Fortress because they somehow have struggle playing against?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Maybe they just haven't had enough time still playing against a Fortress, and so they know that Fortress can be played very well, but he still has yet to be countered well, I think. So maybe that might be why. And I'm excited to see how these guys do it. And so we do see they've locked in. Hunters B has chosen a Fortress of their own.
Oh wait,
so
wait! You are in?
Yeah.
Because I am not.
Oh.
I have exclamation marks for all of you. And
maybe you should reset real quick, and it'll bring you back into the game.
I'm trying to. Oh,
okay. Well, if it's going to bring you back in,
yes.
Then we have Wands Hunter.
There we go.
So that everyone knows, Wands Hunter is running Celeste, and Queen Hunter on Fortress, Godfather Hunter on Glaive, looking like an early invade. Taiwan Tilt is going down a little bit, and Queen Hunter also going down quite a bit. It looks like they're going to stick around and duke this one out.
Yeah, so guys, you can't see the in-game yet. The shield just wrecked. I hope
so
we
Cassandra
are back in just a second.
Is down, Hunter is down, Taiwan Tilt is down. So it looks like a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Hunters, and they're going to go on and take some of the farm.
So it's still loading. I have a black screen and loading. I hope we are going to jump in. Just to recap, guys, we are playing on an NVIDIA shield, and there we go. We are in. And actually, for me, the clock just started. So for me, we're 5 seconds into the match, and we already have 3 kills. And it looks like Infamous Castro's in a bad spot. Heliogenesis is getting the 3rd kill for Team Hunters B.
All right. Okay, so glad you're in here. Yeah, the time is actually 1:20.
Yeah, just reset.
Yeah. That's funny that they reset that. That happens to a couple things, like Catherine's stacks from her perk. I forgot what it's called actually. Her heroic perk. Okay, so we have Wands Hunter on Celeste going into the lane, of course, and Cassandra playing Celeste again. We saw this before. The only difference right now is Taiwan Tilt is playing Glaive instead of Catherine. So we have Infamous Castro on Taka. This will be a very aggressive fight from Hunter's side, it looks like.
Yeah, so there we go. So guys, we are now into, and actually that's the first match I really captured on Vainglory League, that we had like 3 kills happening after not even 60 seconds into the Halcyon Fold. So that is quite a quick one.
We have Taiwan Tilt and Infamous Castro taking the rear farm from Hunters right now, but it looks like they're in a bad spot at the moment.
But who do you in general think, meanwhile, that team fight is actually happening, but they have Kaku to get out of there, at least Infamous Castro has the Afterburners up as well, but no, Wanters wants Hunter perfectly core collapsing, getting a Heliogenesis. Infamous Castro is getting picked up by Godfather Hunter. There's another core collapse, perfectly stunning both members, Queen Hunter and Godfather Hunter. Taiwan Tilt should be the next target, perfectly bait into the Scout Trap, but not enough damage to finish off Queen Hunter. And man, those Heliogenesis from both Celeste all over the place. I'm so glad that they have different colors.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, that was Panzerfaust. So thanks for that, Blueberries.
Oh right, right. That's the only German, the German name of an heroic perk right there, because Panzer basically means tank.
Right. What does Faust mean?
Fist.
Oh, okay, tank fist. That's pretty cool. So every time she hits you with her fist, she gets more tanky.
Yeah. Panzerfaust is actually a weapon from the old World War, which you shoot on the tanks. Yeah.
Also. Oh, double core collapse. Heliogenesis coming in and perfectly Mark. Oh god, Mark of the Claw. No. There's like literally, Playoff Beard said yesterday, it is so difficult to cast those abilities, and like Captain Nido said, I told you, we know that you love those games, but that's going to be really tough to cast. And Infamous Castro is looking one more time for a bit of farm pickoff using his chitin to get into the bush, but they are not following up. But oh, Once Hunter, he's in the 1v1 versus Taka. I don't know if he should do that. Core collapse, perfectly guessed the way of Infamous Hunter. Scout Trap on top, just a bit damage, but he should be safe and sound.
Did he get something from that? I wasn't watching him at the time.
No, I think he started right when he got actually spotted by Godfather and Queen.
Ah, okay. All right, so looking at the builds here, we see Taiwan Tilt has double stacked of mines, so he is placing mines all over the place, but I don't see that many yet. And we look like Queen is going in on Taiwan Tilt. Cassandra's coming in as well, so this is going to break out. The core collapse
on top, perfect. The Heliogenesis coming in as well. The Afterburn knocking Celeste back into her death, and another Afterburn. Man, those double glaive, double Celeste. Celeste is getting chitined, is getting, whoa, yep, killed up in the end. That should be the first ace coming in. Super close one though, so it's not an ace. Literally in the second, Cassandra came back up, and they had not a chance to get that ace. But still, it's a 4-6 lead, 5 minutes into the game. It's quite aggressive. I mean, we're into the winner bracket quite deep, so both of those teams are really, really good players on both sides. And I like the early aggression. I like to cast those games. It's way more interesting. And ooh, Hunter, Queen Hunter especially, not even afraid of 2 members of Team Infamous.
All right, looking at the builds. We got a tanky build going for Glaive on Taiwan Tilt on Glaive. So I wonder if he's gonna go for the breaking point at the end of that, or if he's just gonna go full tank to support his team. Celeste, you see rushing the Eve of Harvest, which we saw worked very well last time for her, and Wands Hunter actually not rushing the Eve of Harvest, going for the Pierce first and the Void Battery. So we'll see if that damage Pierce makes a difference in the team fights. So far I see him doing a lot of damage, but he still is dropping too fast. So maybe he might have wanted to go with the Eve of Harvest this time.
So, since we saw the Fortress ban out of Hunter's B and then the pick of Fortress, is that maybe, like, could we guess that they did that because they want to play Fortress themselves and they want to have the Mortal Wound or the ability of Mortal Wounds? Oh, wonderful core collapse into you. Oh, Solar Storm not connecting. It's just getting the tank of team. Oh, another Solar Storm. Just guess the name. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah,
after her
awesome.
Nearly kicked Cassandra into the Solar Storm.
It did kick her into it, but she only caught one star.
I thought she just barely did not get a one hit, but oh man. I mean, that 1 star did a bit of damage, but that Scout Trap right there, that did literally, like, nearly killed Cassandra and forced her.
Yeah, almost finished her off. And you were talking about, did they want to do that to have just 1 fortress on the battlefield? I think they did, and I think that Infamous did the same thing because they banned Ataka and then picked Ataka. Yes. So having Ataka versus Ataka is sometimes very difficult to handle, and having a fortress versus fortress is also very difficult. So I think splitting it up like that is actually a smart move on both sides. And I like... Oh, go ahead.
Okay, no, it's fine. I just wanted to mention that Queen Hunter, his fortress style is so aggressive, and that's the second time he actually forced Infamous out of their own jungle, 1v3, and now getting a lot of poke out of Cassandra. Cassandra is just barely dodging the core collapse. Is one level ahead. Her team is coming in. There's an X-Retsu coming in. Oh, barely, not even surviving that. I thought for a second she might try to cast her Solar Storm, but that's on cooldown. Then there's an Afterburn coming in, a bit of pond into the own turret, so nothing much happening. But no, Cassandra, you're overstaying. Core collapse on top. There's no Afterburn up. Is she do? Oh, do we want? She's 1v2ing them, and she's doing it perfectly. But so close in the end. The star is falling, so it's a 1v1 and a 2v1 fight. Perfectly. You can see if you can roam good on an Celeste and use those stars perfectly. You can even, like, with that AoE, you can 2v1 easily.
Yeah, I like the way Infamous came into that fight actually and split them up so that they caught Wands Hunter out alone, and they forced Queen Hunter and Godfather to go all the way around. And by the time they got there, Wands was already gone. And you were right when you said that Cassandra was staying a little bit too long. She should have pulled back, knowing that they were coming in and trying to knock her into the turret.
Yeah, the problem was,
but she did almost pull that off.
That her team just ditched her a bit too deep. Like Blue and Wolf fans usually say over the 50-yard line. Like that's something what Americans would say probably. And yeah, they just, like, Infamous, Castro and Taiwan Till, they just went out of there, and Cassandra was a bit overstaying. Oh, wonderful core collapse, not a Solar Storm coming in, but it is an Afterburn. The Solar Storm is just hitting one member of Team Infamous, but the Chitin is going over Fortress. Fortress is just dying. Another nice Heliogenesis is perfectly blocking the escape. And now there are 2 wolves coming. Oh, it's actually 3 wolves all onto Cassandra, and she's bleeding. And meanwhile, an easy Hunter B is picking up. Nice attempt.
That was close. Yeah, that was a great attempt. Was that a blind attempt? Yeah, she doesn't have any vision there, so
she guessed that perfectly, and also only 4 stars flying on that Solar Storm so far. So
yeah, she had leveled it up once more. That probably would have been a steal right there. Is that one of the things that they need to find? All the people doing the scavenger hunt is a gold miner steal or only Kraken steals?
You're asking me questions I can't answer. I think Wolf fans is still asleep, so I don't know, but there is a list, and maybe if BZB Blueberries, which is his new alias, by the way, in the background, if he wants to give us, or the chat, maybe the link to that, maybe. So we still see our tension bows popping up. So Taka, Infamous Castro and Godfather both going with their tension bows first. Ooh, Infamous Castro is going deep into it. He's getting a lot of turret aggro. He should fall. One more turret hit. He's barely surviving it. Blinking health by using a Kaku to get out of there. But now Taiwan Tilt is in a bad spot. He's using Bloodsong and an Afterburn to secure his life. Super close. 2 members of Team Infamous barely surviving. And really, really, really deep dive into the turret. Oh, we do have the link. I don't know if it's posted. It's posted already, so guys, please feel free to check the chat if we have that on list, or just in general check the scavenger hunt list. There we go.
Thank you for that, Blueberries. Okay, so we see Hunter's B has 1 fountain ready already for Queen Hunter with her fountain up, and it looks like Wands Hunter is also going for an early fountain, getting that early shield and health regen for the Celeste, but still no Eve. I'm guessing the next one is going to be the Broken Myth, which could be very advantageous if she completes that soon, especially once they start pushing those turrets down. Because getting those stacks up when you're hitting those turrets, that when the enemy team comes in, you're already dealing so much damage to them as they walk in that you can drop them very quickly.
Yeah, those Helios are doing so much damage, and we do see actually now a 2v3 situation, since Castro's feeling like farming and is just going into the jungle of Hunter's B, and no one saw that, and now he is able to pick up a lot of farm, and that's like 300, 400 gold. But the Wolves, they see him now, and now Hunter's B, they are aware that they are 3v2ing, and they will move into the jungle as well of Team Infamous. So it's a smart move, but an even smarter counter. With nothing to
you were saying earlier about the names for Hunter,
yeah,
or for Fortress. So I was thinking about it because the truth of the tooth marks the target, right? So I was just thinking like the easy name would be Toothmark.
Toothmark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth of
That's
the tooth,
what I would call it.
Law of the claw, attack of the pack, and what is the heroic perk?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember. Something about
something rhyming as well. That's what I know, at least.
I do like them.
Yes.
If I were a playoff beard, I would have just shortened them to something like Toothmark and just Claw instead of anything else.
So Minion Miner coming in, he's on a minion candy, and Cassandra is getting actually marked by Queen Hunter, and there's a nice blood song coming in, a perfect afterburn. It's a 2v3 so far, and they are doing it perfectly. That seems like an ace coming in. I don't know if they will catch Cassandra. The afterburn is up in 3 seconds. He might go off the wall. There is actually a boot. Oh no, it's did he use Warhorn for that? I'm not quite sure. He's knocking back Cassandra, but he has just not enough damage. So Cassandra perfectly played that, but now in a bad spot, but because that's just one Heliogenesis. Solar Storm is coming up in 18 seconds, so she should care where to backport. Right now it's still safe and sound, but that is an easy pickup up turret for Wands Hunter. So in the end, a totally worth trade.
Yeah, not the best idea right there for Godfather and Queen to try and go in there. Queen should have known that one hit from the turret or from the next Heliogenesis would have taken her down, so I don't know why she tried to do that.
Especially like diving on close quarters, not a Cassandra, well, Celeste with turret next to you and low life is super difficult, especially if you are not as fast and if you are like in danger and running into AoE damage. So that was not the smartest move because he gave up turret as well.
Yeah, and once you run away from the glaive, then you lose your speed bonus, and then you are dead no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So still no Broken Myth finished, but she did. So Wands Hunter did finish her Eve of Harvest first. Okay, so the next one she's going to go for is probably going to be her Broken Myth, and we see Cassandra going for her Broken Myth, and Taka looking like he's going a little bit. So Infamous Castro looking like he's going a little bit more tanky now after he's gotten his tension bow, which I don't know if that's the best idea. It might be because they're going to try and focus down Cassandra or him, so he's kind of forcing them to choose a target and leaving himself open to deal a lot more damage. But he is not the heavy hitter for the team, so he could have been.
At an Edia coming out, a Mortal Wound, Perfect Core Collapse. It's one member down from Infamous already, and now they are looking for the ace. It's an extra 2 into Godfather Hunter. He's getting quite low. Solar Storm is not hitting anyone. A perfect Solar Storm coming in from Cassandra, though. It's a 2v2 so far, but their tanks. Their tank is down. Queen Hunter is still playing aggressive. They do have an extra 2 into Queen's Hunter. He's going quite low. Heliogenesis is not connecting, but the Heliogenesis of Hunter, Wands Hunter, is connecting. Infamous Gush is looking for the pick. Scouttrap is picking him off. He has not enough energy for an extra 2. So all members are retreating. It's a 12-12. Gold is even. Kills are even. Just one turret ahead for Team Hunters B.
Playoff Beard was mentioning it in the dev stream actually that we were seeing a lot more Celestes coming out now, and so is that everywhere?
Yeah, didn't I ask you that question? I'm not quite sure if you asked you, Blueberries, or Wolf fans about that. But I think it was the NA stream later on, because it started yesterday on SEA that we had more and more Celeste. We had yesterday also Celeste versus Celeste, and in general a lot of Celeste picks. And yeah, that's like it got even more in NA. And I don't know, maybe people right now are just getting deeper and deeper in the set in stone meta, how I would call it, since we are already like 2 or 3 weeks into that. They are somehow acknowledging that AoE stun on a really like damage dealer and carry is super impressive, especially and we saw how he's countering Taka, and that Solar Storm is hitting perfectly right there. And afterbound, the punt is coming in. Cassandra is still alive, is able to put up that Solar Storm, is nearly killing all 3 members, and there it is, a perfect ace coming in for Infamous. That's something. I mean, that Solar Storm on a sliver of health.
And then they're going for the Kraken. Yes, that was amazing. So she was playing it careful. So she's very smart because she already finished her Broken Myth, and so she was just waiting those 3 seconds of that battle to max it out before she released Solar Storm, which was a dangerous game to play, but it ended up winning that whole fight right there. So that was a very smart move by Cassandra.
And Cassandra just soloed a turret, 500, 400. That's her damage average right now. That's so crazy. That turret is falling. That's the second turret falling, and Kraken not even touching it.
So it's already worth.
Yeah, of course.
And it's going to be, yeah.
We'll see what they are doing out of it. Oh, Porklife's coming into Queen Hunter, but Cassandra, she's the front line. That's not how they should be, but from the backside we do have a perfect roaming by Godfather Hunter. For a minute I thought that at least, but no, he's getting picked AoE damage. That could be even game. At least 2 more turrets.
At least 2 more turrets, you are correct. So running in like that, so with the Broken Myth and being able to stack up on turrets, she was staying there, sticking around and keeping those stacks up, placing them a little bit slower in a row just to make sure that she can keep up those stacks. So when Hunters came in, she was already dealing max damage. So that was a fantastic play by everybody on Team Infamous, and they
let's say GG and call Cassandra the MVP of that match, because that's just 1 Solar Storm in the end, which she did in front of their second turret, like on a slither of health, on the Eve of Harvest, of course, so regained a lot of health through that. And afterwards, they picked up Crack, they picked up Ace, they picked up another Crack, another Ace, and then they finished the Vein Crystal. So that is right there, the MVP trophy for Cassandra. And now they are moving into the finals.
Woo!
I mean, we have the first final
team. Is not out, right? They have to go.
Yes.
They go to the losers bracket. Okay. So we have the first finals team. So we're just waiting to see who's going to join them. So they don't play again today, right? No, that would be Team SG or Koala, possibly. Okay.
And Famous is not playing today again. They are playing the finals tomorrow in the best of, I guess, best of 5. We have not set that in stone yet, but that's what we said yesterday on NA stream. If Blue wants to jump in, because we did not talk about that yet.
Sorry, I didn't get the question 100%.
I guess we are going for best of 5, right, for the finals?
Yeah, could be. It is still on discussion if it's a best for 3 or best of 5. We are getting like lot of feedback from the players and others, but on the ESL we did best of 5, and that was pretty interesting. So it could be that we also go for best of 5 here.
I mean, yeah, guys, and feel free. I mean, chat is there. There are 300 people lurking. If you're interested and want to give us your opinion about best of 3 or best of 5, what basically means the winner of the winner bracket, which is Infamous, would get 1 point, and they need to win 2 more matches to secure their win, and they're traveling to Seoul, South Korea. Or we are doing a best of 3, and they have also a 1 point in a best of 3 already, and they would need 1 additional more win. And yeah, I in general, I'm free to say that, like the best of 5 more, because it shows you who is actually the better team and who's bringing the better performance over more than just 1 game.
That's absolutely right. We have Hunters B. They are in the semi-finals now from the loser bracket. So they are just waiting for the loser bracket to finish, and then they are like the last team which has to be faced from. We have still Infamous Prime, Reborn 1, SBTC, FAP team. One of those teams, or Team SG or Team Koala, they can play against Team Hunters B and then move to the finals.
Yeah, I'm maybe trying to pull up the, that would be something nice to do, the bracket. That could be cool, because I can show that in just once, so you guys can feel free to start the party already. I'm getting the viewers, maybe the bracket in. That would be something cool to see.
Blueberries, are you starting it?
Yeah, I will get the link from the bracket.
No, I'm not linking. I'm also getting in as an overlay.
Okay. Alright, so next match coming up in the loser bracket is starting in 5 minutes. This is Infamous Prime versus Reborn Team 1. The winner of this match actually is going to play against no other one than Team SG. Team SG also was thrown down to the loser bracket by actually Hunters B, which we just saw losing against Infamous. So now Infamous Prime versus Reborn Team 1, and the winner will play today also. Very, very important 2 matches for the winners in the loser bracket against Team SG.
So we do have it on screen. It's unfortunately not too easy to see because it's black and white, but those are basically the matches we are going to see today, or which are going to get played today, and whoever is going to play against Hunters B has a chance to get into the finals. Just to recap that for a second.
And everybody who's watching, so Team SG and Team Koala, we're going to stream one of them versus whoever they end up having to go against. So you guys got to start thinking about who you want to watch, because we will probably ask you who you want to watch. There it is. I can finally see it now as well.
So now comes the fun fact. The betting pool is very, very interesting because Infamous they won, but Infamous had only 8.6% in the betting pool. 91.4% were going for Hunters, and now we do see that Azaku bet 5 points, very risky with the small 5 points, but got more than 10 times 58 points back. Congratulations.
That's
how
you
awesome.
do it.
Good work there.
So Koala or
but that's
TSG.
interesting though, because Infamous, is a really strong team, and everyone knows that. So I'm surprised that it was so one-sided there.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have any informations? Probably Blue will tell us as soon we have informations about who took the match Infamous Prime Reborn SBTC versus Fabulous.
Yep, I'm just waiting in the screenshot email to get the submission from the teams, so I will update you.
Okay, good stuff. So we could briefly...
Jose, what is it? Sorry, Jose is asking me if am I a C streamer. Well, I'm the community manager for Japan, but I started in C, and that's why, when the game first came out, EA wasn't even a region that you could play in. So that's my home was C, and it's still my home. That's where my main account is. That's where I play a lot. So that's why I'm doing this, because I still knew all the teams, and I still hang out with all the teams, and I hang out in C line chat. So you guys probably, a lot of you know me from there. So yeah, just to answer your question, I don't stream often, and I'm trying to get it set up. I have an NVIDIA Shield, but nothing going yet. So I'm just happy to be helping out with VGL here. Blue Bears and Don John, amazing guys, doing a great job. Fantastic job.
Thanks a lot.
You guys really got to give these guys credit, because you don't know how hard they're working and how often they're streaming and doing these matches back to back.
Oh, thank you for that. Just for clarification, we are going to stream now either Infamous Prime versus Reborn, or no, we are just streaming that match because we don't have another choice.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm in the party already. Video Lane, you should have gotten invite.
Yeah, they got to send it one more time.
Okay, because they are faster than SBTC versus Fabulous team. So, and...
Come on, guys, one more time.
Trying to...
Oh, okay, I got it.
Got him.
Okay. All right, so they need M-Quan, I'm guessing. Yes.
That M-Quan. Let's see what he is pulling today.
Yes.
Always there for a surprise.
I do like that in the C matches. I feel like there's a lot more kind of surprises going on when matches come up, and it might be that they're just a little bit, they're experimenting, or that they have tried it out and they know it's going to be strong, but they haven't played in A lot, and they haven't played versus EU a lot, so they don't know if those are going to be very effective in those places. So we still see quite a few surprises popping out in C. So I'm excited about that. Thanks, guys, for being cool like that. I'm typing in the name that they need to invite.
Yes, I do have also the list of the schedule which we are trying to attempt today, so you guys can see we just already saw Infamous versus Hunters B. The score is that submitted already, or shall I just quickly do that? Blue?
I submitted everything in the background, so everything's fine.
Okay, it's not showing it for me. So that's not showing because it's tomorrow, right? Okay, so we saw Hunters B losing against Infamous, and now we are probably going to see, yep, we have a full party Infamous Prime versus Reborn 1. And afterwards, either, yeah, depending that depends who's winning actually. So Team SG versus whomever is winning out of the matches.
All right, so we have our first ban in from Infamous Prime is Kath. They're banning Kath, and Reborn is banning Fortress.
Ooh, that's, I mean, again, a Fortress ban against Infamous. In the match before, we had an Infamous, like Infamous main team, and now we have Infamous Prime getting the Fortress ban for them.
Well, I believe it was Infamous Prime who has the weapon power. Was it Infamous Prime with the weapon power? I can't remember actually.
I think Useless or Hype played it a couple of.
I think it was Hype.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that's not why you should ban Fortress, right?
That's true. That's true. But last time we saw Useless playing a very good Celeste,
yes.
And last time they actually banned Taka. So I wonder if they're not going to pick Celeste this time because they banned Catherine. I wonder if they're going to base that on, base their picks based on who they're banning. Obviously, is the smart way to play it. So it is time to go, right?
Yes,
or are we going to wait?
Told them.
Very interesting fact. So just tweeted to us from Shelby School, Infamous versus Hunters. The score is 18-12. And they finished at minute 18 and 12 seconds. So this is really crazy.
So that's already over?
That's the War of 1812.
That's crazy.
That's a fast one, man.
Okay, so we have, I can't say it yet, but Reborn has already locked in their whole team. So we are waiting for Infamous Prime. Do you guys learn about the War of 1812? I guess not.
Nope.
That's American history.
That's American history. But is it, which one is it? Just to...
The French. It involves the French and the Indians. And they landed in Canada.
Oh yeah, not even a clue. Sorry. Not so big in American history. A bit, but not too deep. And so, but that's nice to know. So education is happening on VGL as well by our teacher, Video Verlaine, teaching you American history.
I believe the Germans were involved somehow as well, actually.
Oh, aren't they everywhere?
The Rothschild family, Red Shield family.
Oh man, let's just hop into the game, I guess.
Sorry about that.
There it is. Right. We have a full pick. Go ahead, carry us into it.
All right, so Infamous Prime going Useless on Taka. We did see that last time. Useless used Celeste and Taka, so this is a good one. We know that he can play Taka well. Hype is their support player, so he went with Catherine. He couldn't pick Fortress. And Infamous Griselda with the Kashka. And Taka is going to be laning for us instead of Kashka. And on Reborn, we have Kian on Arden. So we know he's a great Arden player. I think he always picks Arden. Mamma Mia on Taka. And Imquan on Glaive. Okay, so this is the team that they have gone with the last few times we've seen them play. And sometimes it doesn't work out for them that well. So I hope that they have been practicing to see if they could improve a little bit. Nobody's trying to do anything in the jungle early. Everyone's playing it safe. We had Imquan making sure that the lane was safe, and Useless in lane already, knowing that his team was going to play it safe, so he didn't lose any farm. So smart play there. And Glaive did not go with the book, so Imquan not starting with the book. Interesting decision there. So he won't be able to get in and get out and keep that health as long as Useless realizes it, because he could put some hurt on Imquan to keep him out of lane if he wanted to.
So yeah, I mean, is he searching for more early game? Well, actually not damage, because that's just movement speed. And like, what's the general idea behind a Swifty shooter as first item, as especially Glaive laning? That's difficult. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. The only thing I could guess is that Glaive already has a pretty decent attack damage early game, so he just wanted to increase the speed of it in case there was an early encounter. But not really sure if that would be better than a weapon blade or the book, so that he could stay in lane later. But we might see him running down soon to get a book to stay in lane.
Be the smartest decision, but why then not start directly with a book? I mean, so far he has no troubles with gaining or staying in lane and sustaining it somehow against Useless.
Yeah, I think Useless hasn't realized that he could be poking Imquan. I think he thinks it's futile, assuming that Imquan already picked a book, maybe.
Yeah, and he's actually pushing into that lane, which is smart, which is interesting to see. I mean, he's pushing into it, but he has actually no chance to regain. I think Useless just saw that there is no book. There's just a house hand potion. to regain health. They're on both sides actually running, and they're
right. Kian going in down in the jungle. I keep saying forest. Why?
There are some trees, so yeah, I could see that. They're both trying to bait each other into the scout traps, and we do see actually Useless now seeing the full advantage of a book against no book. Useless is getting picked. The Kaku is not. He can't see that enemy Taka, and he's getting so lowish. He's the first blood coming in. M1 is there as well. He's in need to put a Halcyon potion. He's going down as well, but it is a 2v1 trade so far for Reborn. Infamous Prime Hype is on the run. That's not an ace coming in since Useless already respawned, but still 3 kills. And actually all 3 going into Mamma Mia, so he is quite fat.
All right, so that was a smart idea for Useless to head down there to push M1 back and then start heading down. But they just, I don't know what happened there. I thought he had the stacks. I thought he was gonna put that damage on.
The problem was, I mean, he nearly got Glaive or M1, but M1 used his afterburn in the other direction than he would have guessed. He thought probably, oh well, he is going to afterburn into his team, because then he has more protect, and the thing he did, he used it to get into turret range because he saw that Mamma Mia under his box is actually coming in, kiting over him, and there it is.
Miss Prime, oh, they're just hitting some mines. Okay, it looked like they were gonna go for full-on invade for 3v2, but that did not work out for them. All right, so we see Imquan with the book now. So he has decided to go ahead and pick that up.
Yeah, the pawn is going perfectly in the afterburn.
Wow.
That's just a clean kill and then really, really overstaying Useless. He felt quite comfortable probably against Glaive as soon he saw before the last team fight, or the first team fight, that he actually can somehow get more damage out than like eating it. So maybe that's the reason. I don't think that was the story behind not buying a book early game, but it somehow worked out in the end.
All right, so Mquan eating 2 shots from a turret, but it doesn't matter now that he has the book.
Can't even see that he ate those.
Yeah, I know. He gained it back so fast. He did pop a potion though to gain back the first one. All right, so we see some excellent vision from Reborn, and it looks like no vision from Infamous Prime. So this is going to... Oh, they're just clearing out all those mines, just as I said that.
Yeah, and compare that to the match before. We had Taka Celeste Glaive and Celeste Glaive Fortress. And we had so many scout traps, but we had 2 roaming vision machines on the Celestes. And Afterburn going though through the full team on a famous, and now Useless is on the run, but Mamma Mia is getting even lower. He's kiting into his death, getting auto-attacked, and is dying to an Useless perfect auto-attack. Kian is baiting Infamous into turret range, but Kian is going quite low as well, but a perfect bait there. Kian still alive, Useless under a box. They should get out of here, or Glaive M1 might kill Useless as well. Oh, he's still there. The book, he's regaining, but that's kind of reckless.
So something we don't see in C a lot, that we do see with people like Last Boy Tough is, you know, you don't see the early pickup of the reflex block and then diving the turret and shrugging off the turret shot with the reflex block, and I'm wondering why we don't see that a lot, because doing that should have been a kill. It should have been an easy getaway if he had a reflex block, but he went for armor instead. But I guess that makes sense against Mamma Mia going weapon power, yes, and Imquan going weapon power, which is not the best idea. We've spoken about that before, how splitting them up is the better idea. So they could be easily countered, and it looks like Catherine, even though she has her heroic perk Panzerfaust, she did pick up some armor already. She's probably going to turn it into an Atlas, as well as Infamous Griselda jumping in, popping the Atlas, and we will see the damage fall off from Reborn if they don't take down Infamous Griselda quickly. Then they're probably going to start losing these team fights more than they have been.
I do have though the feeling that Mamma Mia is spotting those builds out of his enemy team quite good, because he's sitting on double pierce, and he's probably going for a Bone Saw and Tension Bow, so that might be a good counter into Cav. But the Gold Miner is getting just baited. Maybe they wanted actually to attempt it, but they saw that the full team of an Reborn one actually roamed downwards. Some Scouties are getting popped.
Gold looking about the same, kills,
yes,
very close. No turrets down, no damage really on either of the turrets either. So
Useless going in, but he should get spotted as soon he's getting out of his Kaku, because there's a scout trap sitting. As he's actually eating one turret hit, but he's regaining so fast since he's sitting on a book. A first perfect pawn coming in. We saw that damage, and actually the burst damage as well from Mamma Mia. Even not on a tension bow, but just overstaying one more time for Useless. It's not the first time that he did it. I think it's probably the second or even the third time that he overstayed and died out of this. And now Kian, I like the decision to force minion miner now, because they know they have one bullet more, and they do have one team member alive actually around the Kraken pit. I don't know if Koshka can steal it. It's quite a good champ to do that, but no chance. Kian is getting quite low on Arden, but that's the tank. That's not the guy you should focus, and I don't think that Useless is even thinking about going downwards. Gold miner getting picked and 2 kills on top.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to start seeing some pings from Infamous Prime onto Useless saying, hey, fall back a little bit, fall back a little bit.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, so we see Mamma Mia turned it into a tension bow. I wouldn't have gone that direction. Maybe he just thought, I'm back at the store. I want to spend the gold I have. I would have gone for the bone saw at this point, because we're already almost to the 9-minute mark, which means that it's not going to be worth as much, I guess, going in.
The problem probably was for him, he had enough gold for an infusion and a tension bow, but not for a bone saw. So in general, in that situation in the shop, I would went probably tension bow as well, because in the end, for the next team fight, it's granting you somehow more damage. But I agree on rushing in like that late into the game. Rather go for the bone saw, but if you simply don't have the gold for it, rather finish one tier 3 item.
We have people in chat asking for an explanation of glory points, by the way, in case Blueberries wants to jump
Let
in.
me just okay, so guys, glory points, you get them by watching. If you watch 5 minutes, you get 1 glory points. If you subscribe to the channel, you get 100 points immediately, and you get double the points than normal in the same time. If you follow, you get 10 points. You can bet with the glory points to the teams and try to win some more. And the point is, maybe at the finals tomorrow we're gonna do some nice giveaways, so you have to buy tickets with the glory points and to enter the giveaway.
So Keen PTK
Thank
going
you
a
there.
bit deep here. They're coming from the backside trying to pick someone up, but they're just finding Heap, and he's just getting his Storm Guard up. The bubble is there, and therefore he can reflect damage quite goodish. But that was a good bait to tell him, well, we are here, but not anymore, because now we are taking your farm. And that's what they did.
We don't see any Atlases finished on Infamous Prime's side, but we do see one finished for Kian. And there's not that much damage. I guess he's just saving it for Useless. Although if he can apply it to Infamous Griselda as well, that will...
Useless is chopping. You should not chop in that situation. A Gauntlet's getting picked him off under his Kaku. He is just dying. Heap is falling as well. That's a super clean ace coming in. They saw instantly. As soon they saw Hype actually buying under a flare gun in near of all 3 members of Team Reborn 1, they just instantly shot in. Afterburn, Pawned, X-Retsu, death.
I like that, and that was a great idea by Kian to keep his teammates from getting in there with the gauntlet.
Yes, that's also I mean, it's telling you we are committing that team fight right now, right here. I don't know if Useless feels too strong. There's a perfectly Bloodsong coming in. Useless is getting quite slow, but he's kiting perfectly. He's regaining so much health, somehow still alive, but there's an Afterburn. Enquan is doing it so beautiful. He might pick up Infamous Griselda. It's just one auto attack. Ooh, he has cooldown, and he needs to fall back 2 more seconds. And now Afterburn would be up. He's looking for Heap. I don't know if he can finish him off. Heap is looking for the troll. Afterburn into the wall. He should fall. Not even. His Storm Guard is going to save the Catherine. Oh, by the way, Catherine. Thoughts on oh, what was the name? Catherine's new skin.
Oh yeah. What was it? Paragon Catherine, yeah. So I think it's fantastic. I love it. I love the color. I love the shield. I love the knightly look with the wings on top of the helmet. and I actually enjoy that she's, you know, fully covered up. I mean, you still see her full shape, but she's fully dressed, I guess you could say, fully clothed.
Yeah, we hope so, that she's wearing something. I mean, there are kids playing this game. Well, yeah, I agree on that.
It's a good contrast to like Candy Turokoshka, because, you know, she was just revealing so much that I'm glad we have another one that's coming out that's not going to be a full reveal type of skin. So it's good that Super Evil is thinking about those things.
Of course, they are very smart company and doing perfectly job on skins. We do a Yummy Cat and Frenzy onto Useless. Useless is still kiting. I think he blocked that perfectly. Then the Afterburn is coming out of his gauntlet, then is taunting behind Infamous Griselda. You see this damage out of the breaking point finish from Mamma Mia. He has an X-Retsu, and that's an X-Retsu ace.
All right, some ace hype in chat. So yeah, Taka picking up the breaking point, great idea, and Imquan picking up the Serpent Mask, also a great idea, boosting his. I just realized, by the way, I went back through and I read Bloodsong one more time, and I always thought that the health gain from that was just from weapon power, but it's not. It's for both weapon power and crystal power.
That's why I always thought, when I first really got in, like 3-4 months ago, really into Vainglory, that Glaive must be one of the most picked heroes, since you can play him so wonderful, basically on both crystal or weapon. Of course, he's somehow a bit more effective on like strong weapon plate, but since he's also stacking on crystal, I totally enjoy like seeing people trying that. We hadn't that for a while, especially Cena, because Tension Bow is just the way to go on Glaive. But actually that's not what Mquan picked up, and he's now running in and he's getting X-Red Suit, but no chance to get him down. He's just so tanky, but he's dealing also so much damage. The Fountain is coming in, he's just surviving it barely. Getting one more hit, the axe is shattering. Oh, Mamma Mia got the kill. I thought the X was just shattering, and then Minimine is just getting baited because Mamma Mia looks for the gap closer, but Catherine ported back safe and sound. Crack needs another 20 seconds, so that's probably not going to be the call for Reborn just yet.
I think they could do it very quickly, so they might. We might see them head in that direction. And you saw Imquan kind of stutter stepping, making his decision. Should I hit Catherine? Should I not hit Catherine while where her Storm Guard was up? And he made the right choice not to hit her, because it probably would have killed him in that situation. So I've killed myself a couple times on a Catherine Storm Guard. So.
That Storm Guard sometimes. We had actually Blueberries just played in a public queue, solo queue, and was playing Catherine. He said, "Oh, I'm carrying with Catherine," and he did also. Didn't you like Storm Guarded a Jewel?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just popped up my shield in front of the ultimate, and the Jewel instantly died because of the reflex damage.
Smart rotation though coming in from Team Infamous. They're picking up a turret without any contestants, but there is a perfect Blood-Song in the middle of the full team of Infamous Prime, and they are falling like leaves. Infamous Griselda though still trading, but Mamma Mia, such a smart player, doing a perfect job on that. Kaiden, I mean, he's 12-2. Obviously, he has a good game right now. He's stacking breaking points and always using his Kaku to somehow barely survive, jumping back in, dealing lots of damage, and as you said, the Kraken is just getting captured in seconds.
He's also using his Crucible at very crucial times to keep himself alive, yeah.
Shouldn't it be called Crucible? Like, uncrucial points? No, never mind.
Oh, somebody get a minion candy and quadruple buff these minions. Look how huge he is.
He's bigger than Catherine.
I love it.
He's bigger than the whole team of Team Infamous. Ooh, and I mean, Infamous, they are trying. They need to win this if they want to move on and have a shot to a plane ticket to Seoul. And they know that. The crystal, no, it's a weapon infusion getting popped. No, it just ran out. Not a good spot for Useless to get in. Infusion running out. Mamma Mia looking in. He's just going for the turret. He's getting Yummy Catnip Fancy. There's so much happening just at one point. I can't even see whom is attacking who. It's just the turret falling in the backside. Kraken is still pushing. No one died so far. Kiend is the first target falling down to the hands of Koshka. And now they are pushing into the turret. I mean, they lost one member, but they are still pushing it. Now they are retreating. Mquan might use his Afterburn perfectly over the wall. Safe and sound. 2 turrets out of Kraken. That is how you should do it.
Yes. So yeah, Kian actually just before that fight, right after they captured Kraken, he finished his what was it? The Fountain of Renewal. So that's what was keeping that whole team alive while they were standing under the turret, and it almost kept him alive. But he did get finished by something that I couldn't see what it was. I think it might have been a hit off of the Stormguard shield, actually.
Yeah, and I had a feeling that Mamma Mia, that was the first time that he really used an Extratsu as the first member of Reborn 1 to initialize a team fight, and I think that was the first time he really did not use that in a smart way, because he got Yami Catnip Frenzied under turret, and then he was not really viable for his team anymore, and just, well, he was just not doing anything for the next 3-4 seconds, and I mean, still, because I mean, you have Mquan sitting on that bone saw and on a serpent mask, and then he's also so like tanky due to the Fountain of Kian and just getting vanguarded all the time. It is really, really, really difficult for Reborn, Infamous Prime to get Reborn out of that seat right now.
But we see them, all of them with an Atlas, and I just wonder if they're not kind of
using it,
talking to each other. Yeah. And no, I see them using it, but I think they're all popping it at the exact same time. So I'm gonna pay attention in the next fight and watch those, see when they're popping them. They should be stacking them.
Yeah, the Gauntlet is coming in. Useless is getting pounded into the Gauntlet wall. He is just getting melted. He's Kaiden still alive, but we see Infamous Griselda. Is he doing it? Such a smart Vanguard without vision, actually getting Infamous Griselda out of the backport, but he's now dealing a lot of damage. I can't see the health bar of Mquan, but Mquan is regaining. Griselda's falling, Hype as well, and that is it. That is the match for Reborn 1. They will move on, and they will still have the shot to fly to Seoul.
So I paid attention there right at the beginning of that fight. Nobody was stunned except for, I think, Useless, and nobody popped their Atlas. I wonder if they were thinking someone else was going to pop it, and then eventually, after Hype had already gone down, then Useless finally popped his, and then at the end of that fight, they finally used it, and it was just way too late because they were already so stacked up.
Probably in voice chat like, do it, I got it, I do it. No one does it.
Right.
we have Atlas. Why is no one using it?
All right, so wow, excellent. Reborn going on, and Infamous Prime is out. Whew. But there is still an Infamous with a chance.
Yes, they are already in the finals. I mean,
yes,
they are in a very, very, very good spot to succeed. So
and did SB?
Let me just check who's playing now.
I would check this, James. Just go ahead with what you wanted to say.
Oh, I was just gonna take a look at the builds. You know, like I said, the all of Infamous Prime with the Atlas Pauldrons, and just not using them in the right order. You know, they should have said, okay, it's gonna go Taka, Kashka, Catherine, Taka, Kashka, Catherine. And if they had done that, I think they could have mitigated the damage from Mamma Mia and Mquan. But Kian with those perfect vanguards to keep his team alive, and the great timing on his Fountain of Renewal there. And then we also saw Mamma Mia with the Crucible, using those at crucial times, so that was great there. And he did actually grab a barbed needle, so every critical strike that he was doing was giving him extra life steal, so that's why he was not going down at all. Useless probably could have benefited from doing that same move, but he probably did not have the gold. And so yes, the gold difference was quite large there, almost double for Reborn. So well played, guys. And we will move on to which match?
That would be Team SBTC versus Fabulous Team, which is deciding whomever is going to win that one is playing against, let me update the graphic.
Koala,
right?
Koala, I think, yeah.
So let me update that real quick.
So later on, we will have Team SG versus Reborn in I think in half an hour or something. They are going to start. Now it's 9, it should be, in Singapore. We started... Never mind, yeah, but they play 9:30 Singapore time. Now we are going to SBTC versus Fabulous Team, as Donjon already mentioned. The winner is going to play against Koala, and then we will have 2 more matches tonight. We're gonna decide if we stream one. We will let you decide which one you want to see, Team SG versus Reborn or Team Koala versus either SBTC or FAP.
Or we could do all of them because they are scheduled half an hour apart.
Yep.
So we could basically go for all 5. I mean, I would be up for that, depending on Dear Video Lane if he wants to.
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
Good stuff. Because we get the chance to see like
viewers.
That's like really high elo. We saw that, and that's like always up for seeing those matches.
Yeah.
I mean.
Plus, we still need to do some ice. So I'll do it at the, I guess, in between the last 2 matches.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Team
when I'll
SG
do the
versus
ice.
Reborn 1, and then Koala, whomever is going to win.
Okay.
Now.
So after Team SG versus Reborn, that is when I will do the ice giveaway. And by the way, so I still don't have anybody's IGNs from any of the winners that we've done so far.
Yeah, guys, if you win ice and you want to have the ice, we don't know where you live. We need to send that package of a big block of ice somewhere because it's starting to melt. And actually,
yeah,
the fridge
it's
of
getting pretty
Video
ugly.
Lane is getting like it's just filled with ice at the moment.
Yeah. So, but really, so put your IGN into chat, and so we can grab that. Blueberries, are you taking care of that, or do you want me to keep an eye out for those?
I can.
You have the names of the past people, right? You could find out maybe if they are in chat.
Hopefully. Okay. I will have an open eye on the chat. All right.
So the next invite should be from SBTC or Fabulous, which would be Tiny, Bizami Kudaru, Tung, or Reno Rom. And anyhow win Crazy C, not so young, we still don't know how to. And Raymond and Ju win. Did I do Kudaru right? Kudaru? Kudao.
So, yeah, that perfect. That was perfect.
Okay. Kudao. I somehow have a feeling that that's Japanese. Is it Japanese? Or...
It sounds Japanese,
okay. So
but it could be.
I do have a feeling that Japanese is somehow more like, I don't know, speaking through the nose. I don't know how you say that in English. Like it's more
nasal.
Nasal, right? At least for my German tongue. I mean.
Yeah, actually, when I was traveling around here, I met a lot of German guys who were actually doing pretty well in Japan with the Japanese. I don't know why though, but
I never spoke Japanese, so I don't know neither.
But when somebody tells you something, when somebody like answers a question or kind of reveals something to you, what do you usually say if you're like, oh, that makes sense? Because the German guys that I met would go so
like
that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah,
That's Japanese. That's exactly the same meaning and exactly the same sound.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, that was very interesting for me to learn as well.
That's
right.
Very nice. So what about the party?
I'm asking who's starting it. So
all right.
If they don't start it, we could start it.
Yep.
Feel free to do that. I'm pulling up the actual list of players because I think that's not such a bad idea, so people know whom is going to get played now. Probably some of those names sound familiar since it's Crazy C. Good one. And anyhow win is also a really good play. I just don't remember really the performance of SBTC, so I can't say much about that.
I remember it being a little bit up and down.
Okay.
They lost one of their first matches, but they were winning the rest of them so far. So they did quite well, but they haven't gone up against a really strong team yet. So this will be a good test of their abilities versus Team Fabulous here.
Yeah, and we do start the next match as soon. We do have a party set up for SBTC versus Fabulous team, and as you guys know, this is going to be in all in or nothing. Whoever is going to win is succeeding and is going forwards and is playing against Team Koala later on, and who's losing is sadly out of here and no chance to fly. Well, there's a chance to fly to Seoul, but Super Evil is not going to pay for it.
Yeah, is anybody in chat? Anybody flying there just to go there? Because I think you can do that.
Oh, I don't really know what that event is. I mean, no one really knows that yet. But I mean, if I would live near to like driving distance near to the event, I would totally go. I mean, that's always fun to meet a lot of Vainglory League. Vainglory League. I don't know, but Vainglory people. So.
Yeah.
The devs are quite funny. Not only in streams, they are also quite a good people. A bunch of good people.
Yes, they are. They're good at karaoke. When they came here, they were singing karaoke with us. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness, I can't imagine Play of Beard singing karaoke. Did you videotape that?
It was Ed the Shred was actually took the cake on that. He was
really
amazing.
Did?
Yeah.
That's even harder to imagine.
It was very unexpected. I can't remember his name. He's like a blues singer with a really deep voice.
Oh, I don't
He's
know.
like I can't do it. I can't even.
Who did that?
Ed the Shred.
He sings like a blues singer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is quite interesting.
All right. Yeah, I need to swap the teams here. So we're waiting for one more person, and I am asking if I invited the right people because both of these teams have 5.
So I did. Are you starting the party? Sorry, because
I've already started the party.
Yeah, then just feel free to invite me because I do see anyhow when Crazy C, Gudao online, and yeah, looks like that the fabulous team is online and good to go. Oh, it's never mind. The party is full. Don't mind the donjon.
All right, betting pool has been opened. Enjoy your bets and get some points.
Oh, Jared, and yeah, we thought about that, but actually it's fine since it's fabulous. So yeah, but we get your worries.
Confirmed it. All right. Okay, so I need bans from SBTC.
Yay, and then we are good to go to jump into the third match. I wonder if we are going to see Celeste again after we saw her twice in the first matchup. And Taka had been there all day long for SEA, at least in the featured matches. And yeah, let's see. Bands,
all right, looks like SBTC is thinking. They're mulling over their decisions here.
The mind games has started. Team.
Yes.
Team Taka.
I'm guessing they banned Taka. Is that? Okay, so they banned Taka, and so. Let's see who.
Let me guess, Jewel.
It might be a fortress.
Well, we will see in a second.
Yeah. I wonder if these teams are actually going so hard at this that they are watching because that's what I would do. I would be watching the old streams and seeing what my enemy team was doing, their past games before I match up with them.
A quick question, Blueberries. What is the command 911 played off beard?
I think
played off beard because isn't that play off beard? And what is exclamation mark Arden? I never saw those before.
Wait, I have to check. Play off beard. That one.
Oh, it's a double
is
Taka
working.
ban, by the way.
Yep, double Taka ban.
Taka.
And are we ready to move over?
Yes. Feel
all
free
right,
to
so
short call. Go. Good luck, everyone. Whomever is going to take it home is playing against Koala. That's not an easy task, but if you want to fly to Seoul, you need to show you're capable to represent the whole region SEA. We do have one team already flying and signed up, which is NKNO. They are flying to Seoul, South Korea, to represent Europe, and to be decided is North America tomorrow and C tomorrow. So be sure to actually hop in tomorrow because the real party is going to show down tomorrow, and we are going to see who is taking those flight tickets and flying there.
Tomorrow will be intense.
Oh, yes.
And I know that Super Evil has looked at who they're going to bring from EA, but I don't know if they've made that public yet. So that'll be fun. I'm sure, obviously, there's going to be at least one team from Korea because it's being held there. And,
we will see about that, I guess, probably latest when the event is starting off. But I would be interested in how they are deciding who is coming from Korea. Especially because somehow they need to be like qualifiers as well. They can't just
they might be doing their own internal qualifiers right now, possibly.
Yeah, probably. Sadly not streamed, because I would love to lurk on those streams and see what they are pulling.
All right, and oh nope, not locked in yet.
Oh, we're going to switch already. It looked like. Oh, but it's fine because we do see Celeste. Let's hop into it and carry us with the picks. If you could be so kind, I will get the names in meanwhile.
All right, so SBTC, Tiny with the Arden, Basumi on the Koshka, and Kurao on Jewel. And then on Team Fabulous, we have Nut Zayung on Fortress, Anyhow Win on Arden, and Crazy C on Celeste. So another Celeste, and 2 Ardens. And I'm not sure about the Arden Fortress team up. You know, sometimes you can't do enough damage with that matchup. So hopefully one of them decides to go a little bit more offensive there.
Yeah, and what I'm concerned in general, sorry to cut you off there, but what I'm concerned in general before that first team fight is happening is Celeste, because she has no stun on her side besides the core collapse. On level 1, you see how Not So Young is just getting melted. I mean, there's some Helios are coming in, but that AoE damage out of the Thunderstrike is just dealing so much damage already into the whole team of Fabulous. And my concern is, in general, if you play with Celeste, you do need at least a Catherine, in my opinion. Ooh, a Scout Trap kill is coming in the back, guys. Mark that, because that is on the scavenger hunt list. If you have that not already on your list, go ahead.
58 seconds.
58 seconds into the match. Mark that.
Okay, and smart by SBTC to get out of there before they lose more.
Ooh, Scout Trap? Oh, it's their Scout Trap. Never mind me.
Yeah.
So that Scout Trap was quite an early game changer for them, because they can pick up 2 camps out of it. And just to say what I just said already about Crazy C and tell me your opinion about Celeste, what should you have on your team to somehow bring her to succeed?
What you should have is another heavy damage dealer. That's what I think. You need somebody else who's just as dangerous to keep some of the focus off of Celeste. So I think that's one way, but with an Arden, it should be okay, because Arden can keep her alive in the team fights. But Fortress, not the best matchup with Celeste, actually, because she's not going to do her damage with weapon power, and her attacks are so slow anyway. The best thing he can do is help her chase after, but she's not going to get a lot of lifesteal from it. So Ataka obviously would be better with a Fortress, but Taka was banned. So hopefully we see weapon coming out of Arden, actually.
My problem is...
Or out of Fortress. Sorry.
Out of Fortress, yeah. My problem is, in general, with the... I mean, Celeste is a wonderful character. I love her kit. She's just a beautiful hero. You see the stun right? possibility of Koshka, Basumi, and Jewel Kudao. There's just so much and so immense. As soon that lockdown is coming with an Yami Catnap into the face of Crazy C, he can't call collapse because he's stunned already, and his team, if there is not a crucible, nothing they can do about that. She will just get melted. Because afterwards, there will be after whatever stuns first, it's either going to be Yami Catnap Frenzy or a Rocket Leap on top. And that is really, really important for Crazy C to survive during team fights, at least the first few moments, to deal at least a supernova or 2 Helios and 3 Helios, whatever. It looks like that Kudaro actually lagged out. That's not the best spot to lag out, bro, because that is just an easy first blood. If she's going for it, I don't think that is a bait. The next Heliogenesis should secure the first blood for... Oh no, it's the second kill, I'm sorry. The second kill for Fabulous. And I really hope that Kudao is coming back, but it looks somehow...
It looks like the whole team.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Do we have...
Good.
No, we don't have any rules about that, because that's actually the entire team of Team SBTC just lagged out. All of them.
Keep going for just a second. I'm going to check on something else.
Do that, because that might... I mean, as we do have rules, we do have in the rules as well that if a team or a team member is lagging out, but if the whole team is lagging out and not moving anymore, that would be, like, for deciding something crucial like this, not the best thing to do, to just let them forfeit.
Well, the point is, if they're all sitting on one internet connection, that would be deadly. No, this is the question. It could be. I mean...
And I mean, we don't want, because this is deciding who is flying to Seoul, South Korea, and we really don't want to have that decided by, not this crucially, but this is going to be, like, because SBTC is not a bad team, and they totally could pull it off to get into the finals. And I know we have rules and certain rules for that, but I would love to bend that for this moment right now, because this is just not fair.
Oh, it looks like they're back. Okay.
Oh yeah.
At least one of them is back. Okay, I see 2 moving now. And
Koala is back. I hope. Oh man, this is really sad.
So they did lose a turret. Ooh. Well, at least there wasn't an ace. They could have lost more than just 1 turret if they had gotten an ace early.
So guys, in chat, please support highly Team SBTC right now. They are trying to fight this one back. Of course, we want to support Fabulous as well, but give them a big heart. They might be. I mean, if they're going to pull up this one, I mean, they're quite behind now. Obviously, a turret falling without contestants so early. But seems like a team fight happening, a core collapse coming in, but there's a perfect rocket leap coming in as well from Kudaro, and they are somehow picking up 1 kill. But there is a solar storm. Ooh, not a solar storm. I mean, the supernova coming in, nearly killing Tiny, and no, Kudaro is on the run. He has no rocket leap up. It's back in 6 seconds. His Ardan is ditching him. No, there it is. I thought for a second he's not coming in for that Vanguard, and that's actually a good pick. Really
so coming back from that and getting a kill is pretty good.
Yes,
pretty good for them. So hopefully we will see this move back, but they're at such a disadvantage right now for losing that turret. So now they have to be so cautious of their lane, and that's going to put them at a huge disadvantage for gold. They won't be able to roam around, they won't be able to invade, but they are back.
Yes,
so
and they did it good. They might now have that chance of surprise on their side, because I could have the feeling that the team around Fabulous has like a feeling of a good momentum and may just do not the smartest decision with that. Anyhow, when getting a bit deep, but the gold mine is getting picked perfectly. Oh, there's a solar storm going into all 3 members, but the perfect stun, the big red button is coming out. Crazy C anyhow went so low. Tiny is going down to the scout ships, or would go down to the scout ships, but he's falling to Not So Young's weapon plate tension bow fortress. It's the 2v2 trade. Gold miner getting picked, but still a wonderful fight. And that rocket leap was such a crucial move in that team fight from Kudao.
Did you see the damage output from Nut Zayung on the weapon fortress?
Yes. Especially that last chunk tension bow damage into Kudao. He nearly bleeded down out of that. And probably just regained because he used book. And is actually full life again. Yes, that is redonkulous, the amount which is coming out of Not So Young. Agreed.
Okay, so it looks like they are winning the team fights for now, for the most part. So, well, at least holding their own. So that's great. So I'm glad that this is back to a normal game at the moment, it seems like.
Yeah, and I already marked Not So Young weapon plate tension bow. I need to try that out, obviously. And I like how his teeth, like his mouth is glowing red with that tension bow damage, because that is where he's doing the auto attacks with. So normally his claws should glow as well. Isn't he also attacking with claws and not? No, he's only taking his mouth.
Yeah, he only attacks with his mouth. He kind of hits with his claws only when he crits, actually.
Oh, never knew that.
Yeah. Interesting. So they always change their attacks when they crit. And I think I mentioned it before that Scarf's crit animation is the coolest in the game by far. Just looks like it's a shotgun blast of fire. It leaves this trail of smoke. So after you shoot it, if you move, there's a little trail of smoke that comes off.
I wonder how that is going to look for the 2 skins they revealed, because we saw on Koshka Tier 3 already that their art effects or the visual effects on skins are also changing, so they might do something cool on that front as well. Crazy C, he's getting Yummy Kind of Fancy, as I mentioned. There is the rocket leap, the big red button coming into all 3 members of team Fabulous, but they are somehow still alive, but no, slightly falling down there. Baisumi is still bleeding, but he should be fine. Kadao is now the front line. He is so alone, but should be able, because the team of Fabulous is not connecting. They are not looking for more team fights, because their heavy crystal carry just fell down to a perfect lockdown.
And anyhow, when that gauntlet was a little bit misplaced, he could have caught who was it, Kurao, within that gauntlet if he had tried, I think. And actually, it looked like Nut Zayung hesitated thinking like, oh no, I shouldn't hit this gauntlet, and he probably could have picked up the kill on Jewel, but he ran back for just a split second and missed that kill. It looks like.
Yeah, you just mentioned the damage.
Look at the mind play.
And you just mentioned the damage on Fortress on Nutsuyang, and Kudaro, he literally got half-life just by 2 attacks and 1 ability used from Nutsuyang. He's doing a ridiculous amount of damage.
Don't forget, after he ults, he gains 75% attack speed.
Ooh. I mean, the tension bow, but why not go for the bone saw with that attack speed? That would be even crazier.
Because the tension bow's cheaper.
Yeah, of course, and he used it early game. We're only 10 minutes into the game, by the way. It felt like we had a really long game so far. I don't know why, but it just feels like it. Because it's still going back and forth, and SBTC, they're doing a wonderful job. Gauntlet is getting dropped. I don't agree with that, but it looks quite good. Celeste is not into it, but she could Solar Storm from the behind, and that's what she is doing. It's not hitting Tiny, but he will fall anyways. The Helios are coming in. The core collapse is not collecting. Gudao, he is so low. Crazy C is looking for the pick, but no chance. They're just so fast. They can't get dealt damage if they are not in range from the Helios, so it's just 1 kill in the end.
And we see again the so Fortress with the Celeste not really going to help you get some kills from Celeste at least. And we see Celeste, so Crazy C is not doing the best placement. She's missing quite a few of those Helios, it seems like, but she was getting quite a few, and I think that's why they were winning that fight. But if she had hit all of them, I think that would have been an ace, and they would have lost another turret. So I think Tiny
13 scout traps are in the Kraken pit. I just counted those for Fabulous. Wow. That's like 13 scout traps. I mean, that's a lot of scout traps and a lot of vision coming in. Yes, I did it.
But nobody's picking up. I mean, do you see anybody picking up the contraption ever? Because I always pick it up. Looks like a team fight's breaking out.
I don't agree, but let's recap that. But ooh, he just pop out of the gauntlet? But the big red button is coming in. Crazy C is getting Yami Cat and Frenzy, but the reflex block is coming perfectly. That's what I meant. You need that reflex block, and he's using it. And there's a triple kill coming in for Not So Young. It's an ace on top, and they might be able to push a turret because the death timers, I mean, they are not too long, but a big wave is coming in. There is no minion candy just yet, but that turret will at least get, yep, that's falling for sure.
Okay, and so we see Crazy C actually on Celeste getting a little bit more tanky, knowing that they're focusing her, because I think they're not just, they're still thinking that Fortress is a support instead of kind of a carry at the moment, but he's actually carrying at the moment. He's got 8-1, he's 8-1-1. So, you know, he's getting most of the kills on his own as somebody tries to flee.
Ooh, the Gauntlet is picking Crazy C, the Core Collapse on top. All 3 members are hopping into the Core Collapse. The Solar Storm perfectly hitting into Anyhow Win. Crazy C is now super low. When it's not Anyhow Win, he can't get hit by that Solar Storm. I mean, Kudaro, of course, and Tiny. It's just all those Miro matches, man. Both those Ardents, so easy to confuse. But still, I mean, that Core Collapse, MVP. And then that Law of the Claw, that was so important that he used that max range, because they can pull off the ace out of it, and you saw the damage. He was just biting meat out of the arms of Jewel, even it's steel.
That one was the lunge one is Truth of the Tooth.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's like because it feels like that should normally be the one which you are jumping with, just from my feeling at least.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same, because when you make them bleed, that feels like that you're marking them. So he has 2 marking abilities.
Yes.
make them bleed and allow you to chase. So you see the damage that he's putting out. He's picked up the breaking point, so now he's going to be doing even more damage as the fight goes on, and they are not targeting him yet. So they are dropping in these fights because they're trying to get Celeste down. And that is a big mistake. They need to realize that Fortress is the damage dealer right now, is the hard carry. We see Celeste is more of a support role, even though she's got the items to do the damage.
Ooh, Baumi getting catched here by a Gauntlet. It seems like that Kudao is not there yet. He's still sitting in base, popping an infusion, another infusion, but bro, you need to help your team and not just pop a crystal infusion. You need to go in there and help your team. Turret is getting destroyed. We had people mentioning in chat, this is over. This match is going to get picked by Team Fabulous, and it does seem like it, that they are at least getting that turret. And Rocket Leap coming in, it's not doing too much. The core collapse is connecting in the end. A Vanguard coming in, the Solar Storm. Oh, no, bro. No big red button for you. You are getting stars into your face, and there is no big red button. Not So Young is getting... Oh, no, Yummy Cat and Fancy perfectly blocked again. Oh, man, Arden is doing a really, really good job. Anyhow, win, man. That's the third time that he used in Crush into a Yummy Cat and Frenzy and is blocking it perfectly.
I wonder if he's meaning to do that, or if it's just that it's coming out. Oh, Crucible! I thought you meant he was doing it with his gauntlet.
No. He's blocking all the time the Yummy Cat and Frenzies with the Crucible.
With the Crucible. Excellent.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Could you see how quickly he was biting when he had his ult up?
75. I just say 75. That's like, I mean, you can't even, I don't know, bite so fast as an.
Well, that's 75 plus 40 from the breaking point, plus another 35 from Blazing Salvo actually, and then plus another 25 from the infusion. So I don't know if you saw that the turret melting, the third turret, the entrance turret.
It's 165. Sorry, 165 percentages of movement speed, attack speed.
Man,
what?
I like that, and all of it is giving him health as well. So that was a fantastic game, except for that beginning rough start for SBTC. But they will be out of this match, and Fabulous will be moving on.
Ooh, yeah.
Alright, so they are moving on and play actually against Team Koala. I think they have a big backup here in the chat, or at least from SEA, and therefore we might see another good match here at 10 p.m. Singapore time.
No rematch, guys. There's not going to be a rematch. It's up to the teams. It's in the rules. It's up to the teams to worry about their own connections. And they did come back before too much damage was done. So there will not be a rematch for that.
Absolutely. And we have to really imagine the case, for example, you go with your team into the jungle, you want to have first blood, you lose first blood, and you pretend to be AFK or have a disconnection, and then you say, well, we have to do a rematch. You know, so there are endless possibilities, and somehow we have to decide the rules. And the rules are, you have to be responsible. Once the match started, there is no chance to replay the match unless it is really a server-side issue. For example, the update is just coming out at this minute and the server are shut down or whatsoever. Hope for understanding there.
Okay, so Team SG versus Reborn is our next one, correct?
Team SG versus Reborn, yes, exactly. We are going to start in 7 minutes officially with this match.
So what does chat think of Weapon Power Fortress, by the way? I want to know, because these C players, I'm sure some of them at least have seen a few Weapon Power Fortresses. So I want to see what the consensus is, because I like it. I thought it was fantastic. I love that extra damage there, that speed.
It was
amazing.
Biting
so fast, and he was stutter stepping it, because you know, if you just leave it to chase, you know, he's gonna stop and not bite and stop and not bite. So he had to be, you know, tapping it so fast to get all of those off in time.
Yeah. So very good job. I think well, personally haven't seen this before in like a top match like this. I mean, they really went a different way, and yeah, the payoff in the end was coming, and good job. Really well played from the team here.
Yeah, and just to mention that, I just got those numbers straight. We had 650 golds spent for scout traps in that one indication for Team Fabulous. So that's probably also due to they are ahead, because 650 gold just for scout traps, and then all so close together. That's a lot of gold getting spent just on the front of Vision.
Wow, very good.
The Vision front.
Vision. All right, next match, they can still go to Seoul, South Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the next match coming up. They are just setting up the party and everything. Team SG versus Reborn Team 1. I think this will be a very, very interesting match. We just have seen here Reborn playing a solid match before, and Team SG just got thrown down, I think, from Team Hunters B to the loser bracket. So now they have the chance to play. And this is the fun thing. So Team SG, they have to play against Hunters B again if they lose the next, if they win the next matches.
If they win,
yeah.
These are actually some rivalries right here. So SG versus Reborn and SG versus Hunters. So this is a good rivalries going on right now.
Absolutely.
Oh right, Infamous versus Hunters. I was confused for a second. Infamous Hunters B was winner bracket, right? So
yes.
They are still in. Sorry for my confused face there on stream. I thought for a second, wait a minute. Am I wrong or are they wrong? But that's fine. I'm polling you guys, by the way, the schedule for today and for tomorrow onto the screen in just a second, so you can actually see who is going to be faced tomorrow. We do have one finalist already set and ready to go, and we are right now getting into the joy of getting someone ready for playing against Hunters B to see who is finalist on this side of Infamous.
Right. I am hoping that Reborn realizes that they have another match happening because they are not on right now.
Oh. Yeah, then just shout out right there.
Oh no,
Reborn,
they're on.
You need to be playing now versus Team SG to get the chance of playing.
So I see Imquan in a game right now, so maybe he's checking his ping.
Okay.
A lot of players do that here and see. They'll jump into the private matches and check their ping. It would be nice if there was a constant, indicator showing you your ping no matter what screen you were on until the game starts.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they add that in.
I heard about an ice giveaway between Team S. No, is it after this match? Because people are talking about ice.
After this match.
So keep your eyes calm, guys. One more match, and then we have Ice, and then we have Koala versus Fabulous.
All right. What is up, Infamous Castro, Infamous POA? What's up, guys?
Yeah, and who is on which team is POA playing? Isn't that?
POA is on Infamous. And Castro is on Prime. I believe. Wait, maybe I got that mixed up.
Infamous is Castro, but Infamous. Yeah. We didn't see POA playing today.
No, we didn't.
He did not play until yet, but he's still in the tournament.
Yes.
You see, isn't he?
Yeah. He's on Infamous. They're both on Infamous. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But he did not play today.
So
why didn't you play
finalists?
Today? Okay, I got an invite from Bird King, Captain Jakarta, and Shocker all ready to go. But still no Reborn.
So did you pay already the bets out from the last match, Blue?
Absolutely.
Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. So what could we talk about? We do now, since yesterday, actually have the full announcement that Rona is going to be the new hero. I mean, it was obvious.
I think everyone knew that, yeah.
But they talked about that a bit, not too much. They showed us yesterday the that you can see like the progression between silver, bronze, and gold, or bronze, silver, and gold in a skill tier.
That's going to be nice.
What did they show as well?
The downvoting when people are trolling, etc. This affects the skill tier actually, or the karma. I think.
The karma, not the skill tier.
Yeah,
the if you drop
karma.
Below level 10 karma, then you can't join into the ranked games.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll heavily affect your karma if you get downvoted. But if you downvote too often, then it won't work at all. So you got to be careful. So I like the way they're going to do that. I'm sure they're going to be looking into people, how often they need to downvote. But if you're downvoting every single game you're playing, it's probably not the enemy team or your teammates that are the problem.
Yeah, and obviously Medic just mentioned the Catherine skin, but we captured that a bit earlier today already. And someone is asking, will there ever be some championship where the Middle East is invited? Probably. Middle East would be EA. I'm not quite sure which server region would be Middle East. Would that be EA?
Good question.
Because we are basically covering with an SEA and a EU.
I would think that it would go to either its own region eventually or into EU personally, because I think EU has
which
more
service is he playing right now?
that.
And that would be the basic question, because it would either be EU or actually SEA, not EA, because that would be the thing in the middle, right?
Oh, you need to accept your invite, by the way. Sorry.
From Bird King?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't knew that. No, I don't. He needs to re-invite me, please.
Okay,
sorry,
so
I lost track of the question. Sorry.
Set up the betting pool in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, so you can bet your place your bets. It is Team SG is betting option number 1, and Reborn Team 1. This is betting option number 2. So Team SG, are they Team A in the party?
They will be. I'm telling them to switch right now.
They will be. Okay, so then it's easy for me here. All right, we will start this. Keep it open for a few minutes.
Okay, he just said, I am in Middle East. VG outs us as EU. I would believe if they are playing on EU servers, I would assume they have a bit of lags. So I don't know. If there was EU, they would probably be in Germany because of Vainglory League. And what are they talking about? Not quite sure. About an offline tournament, maybe? Yeah, I thought about that as well. Like, when will be the first European or North American offline event? Like, in really tournament, that would be so fun to see.
All right, so
like
we have SG is banning Taka.
I'm still in the party, by the way.
Yeah, they'll re-invite you.
Okay, I wrote him a private message already. I might restart my app for a second, so...
Okay, I'll tell them to re-invite you once you're back on.
Yay.
Okay, and we have a Jewel ban from Reborn. Okay, so we have a Taka Jewel, so that we have seen that many times before, but we have not seen it today, so that's the first one for today. And we have a rivalry match here with Team SG versus Reborn. They have met before in previous tournaments, and so this will be a good match today. I'm sure we have fans from both sides, so hopefully we'll be seeing a pretty even betting pool there. All right, and they are getting started.
Yeah, we do seeing M-Quan playing again, and this time we are going to see him playing Saw.
Oh yes, and he's actually playing, you know, in one of the best situations. There's only one stun that he needs to worry about, the punt from Glaive. So he will be able to keep his stacks up if he has them, but I guess that won't matter if he decides to play the Saw that we've seen many times before, which is the Crystal Saw with the what was it? Broken Myth.
He just went Broken Myth, cooldown reduction with
Clockwork.
With a Clockwork, and he had an Aegis on top because they had something crystally in the enemy team, and then probably a Crucible on top.
Okay, so we have a different type of invade happening coming from SG here. So we'll see how this works out for them.
Yeah,
coming in from the top.
Yeah, the suppressing fire is coming in. It's not dealing too much damage. They are all three sitting on a scout trap. Bird King is just flying down. His health bar is melting, and M-Quan, he's fully stacked. I don't know if you want to commit that team fight or that 1v1, but Captain is actually getting the kill. Merciless Pursuit is coming in, but he should be fine because Shocker is coming as well. And that's funny, we do have a German player, his in-game name is also Shocker. So obviously that is possible since they are just for the regions already taken if one name is taken. obviously.
Loving the skins, by the way.
Yeah. Could you recap for a second the bans?
All right, so Team SG banned Taka and Reborn banned Jewel. And so we have Bird King from SG on Fortress, Captain Jakarta on Vox, Shocker on Glaive, and then we have Kian on the support role that we usually see with Catherine, Mamma Mia on Kroll this time. So the first Kroll of the matches tonight, and then Imquan on that Saw, which is so exciting to see played. I love to see that Saw action, and I love seeing these the blue plasma rays coming out of the Sawborg here.
Beautiful.
So,
yeah.
See Saw in lane. He usually goes with the weapon power, with the weapon blade in lane because he doesn't want to miss those last hits. Saw can attack really fast, and because of that, sometimes you can miss those last hits if you're not dealing enough damage per hit.
Isn't Saw skin tier 1 the only skin which is actually has differences in terms of like optics from outer attacks or abilities?
I believe so. But like they said in the dev stream, actually, we could see them going back and fixing some of the other, not fixing, but re-evaluating some of the other ones, and seeing if they will add more to it.
Skin intel as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that tweet from who tweeted that? One of the super evil Chainsaw that tweeted it. And he like tweeted a picture of a guy in Jurassic Park sitting in the center of 3 dinosaurs running towards him, and then he just tweeted to that, "When I get asked for Taka skins." And then someone posted a picture of a guy pulling his head through a wall and just like with a question mark face basically, and saying above his head, someone said Taka skins. Really, everyone wants to see that, and I agree. I heavily agree.
Oh, Imquan with the roadie run, getting out of there just at the right time. Great. So staying in the enemy bush there is such a smart move, so that you know when you're gonna get ambushed.
Gotta get good.
So he has pushed very hard. He's gained enough for a lot of his items already, and we do see that he will be going crystal. He's picking up some flares, smart moves, some more mines. He'll be placing in the enemy team. Great rotation there by Mamma Mia, coming up to the lane to take that gold so that it's not just being lost, which is actually a wonderful move, because if you know that you're not going to lose your farm, that's the best move, because then your farm can build up in your jungle so that when you take it, it is much higher and worth more.
And yeah, just to mention that again, Imquan is actually doing the same thing he did in the first Saw match we ever saw him playing, and he's backporting and not roaming downwards into the jungle to get somehow maybe picked off, and is always using the backport to get in his base, pro-charge the next item, and then go back to lane.
Yep.
And he's always sitting in that bush.
It is the smarter way, I believe. As a Saw, with the way Saw is set up right now, I think that is the smarter way to do it. I wonder if he had to like run away from the keyboard for a second, because if he did have to, that's a very smart move there.
Oh no, he was sitting in that bush for a while in the last match as well, but no, that looks like he is...
is it bait or something? Or is he trying to like...
So as artifacts, as we mentioned, I just acknowledge it's not, because obviously the skin of Cruel has that as well, because
that's true. Yeah.
I mean, it's just not that as big as it is for Saw, but I mean, he's not using a sword anymore. He's using.
And we just saw SG, by the way, taking the minion mine from Reborn. So very early minion mine take. And yeah, you're right with the particle effects. So it has changed for Kroll as well. And maybe is the first one on Koshka starting to get a little bit rainbowy, or is it only the second one?
The second one. The second one has the rainbow claws, and the third one has just oh my goodness, I don't want to see Redonkulus again, but has just so beautiful artwork on her hands. And an interesting fact is actually that Imquan on Saw gets the advantage of a picked minion mine on his own side. So actually it's picked on his side, but it is for the enemy team. And now the farm is actually jumping into his face, and he can easily stack and farm up. He's using a roadie run because he felt quite uncomfortable. His team is roaming upwards still. The full team of Team SG is sitting there. Oop, nope, the Geetor is not hitting anyone. It's just flying into the Kraken pit and coming back without fish on the angle. Angle? What the? I don't know how to say that. I just tried to get a new phrase out there. English skills not high enough, not confirmed.
Yeah. You gotta level up those English skills there.
Yeah.
Jose asking in chat, Infusion so early, would like to know what they're planning. Any ideas? Well, I would say that they're just waiting for a team fight to start, and once that team fight starts, they're gonna kick those infusions off.
But probably Vox is already sitting on one.
Yeah, he because he had to buy items, so he was sitting on one for a little while, and then when he had to buy items, he kicked it off anyway because he already had it and he needed the item space.
So you would say get an infusion over selling an Halcyon potion? That's something, well, because he had obviously a spot because he has a Halcyon potion. He just popped another weapon infusion, so he's sitting for 2 more minutes on a weapon infusion. We do have one for Cruel as well, and yeah, it's a lot of early aggression actually, especially with that minion mine. They want to roam together. You do see the damage. Kian is just falling. Suppressing Fire is not dealing enough damage at all. He's a Crystal Saw, but there is the immense damage coming out of these 6 bullets of Mad Cannon, and obviously doing AoE damage. But that was, I mean, we saw in the beginning of that team fight the ping onto the gold miner, and then they pick 1 kill, roam backwards, get the gold miner perfectly. And that's nearly filled up to the fullest.
All right, so SG with the gold advantage at the moment, and 1 kill advantage, which is not much. The gold advantage is not too high at the moment, but it is going to start gaining more and more as they keep that gold miner. So I like infusions early, as long as you're making it worth it. If you can get enough kills from popping an infusion, then it does become worth it. Maybe 1 or 2 kills while it's up. Then it's a good idea, especially once you hit level 6 and you can put out quite a bit of damage with that because it's already half as good as it normally is. We see Mamma Mia and Kian seeing if they can wait out for, oh no. So they know that that they've just gone in. They know SG has just gone into their jungle, but they're not worried about it because they've already taken everything. So they're just going to wait for them to come back.
I mean, they're sitting on the lane and farming the double minion miner minions together, all together, because no one can leave that lane. That will just get heavily pushed, and they need to somehow get one of the carries back to get a minion miner if they want to roam into the lane. But now that is not a smart move in my opinion for Team SG. They could literally just nail them to their lane and just say, well, you can get that minions, we will just get all the objectives in jungle. There is sitting a lot more farm there if they pick both sides all the time, and that's what they are doing. And I mean, it's good for Mquan. He's not leveling quite fast, but he's getting gold, and he needs that gold to put out damage. He's sitting on not too much farm yet compared to Vox, and Vox was literally not there the last couple of minutes, but Vox is picking up the jungle farm, which is not contested on either side so far. And it's just cleared, as you can see.
Yeah.
Super smart.
But we do
so
see
far.
Kroll still with the most CS at the moment, so he's still getting his kills somewhere. And quickly.
Yeah, but if you compare it on both sides, but oh, the Geetor is hitting this time, but he's going onto Bird King, and Bird King is the tank, and he's getting a bit of regen of health, but that's just no chance to survive that. And Roadie Run is nearly killing Shocker, but now Mquan, he is just so slow, he will get picked off by Captain, and he has the oh, that jump in was reckless into the Storm Guard, and now they are trying to commit for it. But Bird King, oh, super close, dying there.
Good rotations there.
Yeah, again, they are doing that beautiful Team SG. They are going in, and they know how deep they can commit.
And you see those triple buffed minions there, how quickly they were able to take that turret down. Oh no. And then Mamma Mia coming in. Oh man. All of those minions just turned on him at the same time, and they do hit very hard.
Especially if they are double minion mined, and if there is going to, they could literally just afford to tell the support to just jump in lane and push every lane with a minion candy. They could easily do that because they have the gold advantage for that. That's not too much gold to spend.
That's true.
That
so
would be
what, a 3,000 lead at the moment?
Yeah. And what is a mini candy, like 25? So that's not. Who cares?
50, All right, so Imquan still not finishing his broken myth yet. So he's not been getting the farm like you said. He wasn't. I wonder why though. Maybe he's because they're buffed up so much that he's missing the last hits on them.
He will finish it right now because he was sitting on 1.6k. Ed and Eddie are coming in. I don't quite see Ed. Where's Ed? Ed probably died already. No, there's Ed. He's just running for Imquan, is hitting him and falling down instantly. We have a level 10 on Mamma Mia. Somehow, still, as you said, he's getting his farm somewhere. And I mean, they have Vox, which is super late game for Team SG. But on the other side, they have Saw, and Saw is going to get stronger, even stronger, because he just finished Broken Myth and they did not once fight with that yet. And they have Cruel, finished the Breaking Point, sitting on an Infusion, obviously also on a Shiver Steel. So this is long far from over. I mean,
yeah, this is definitely
SG
far
is doing
from
a wonderful
over.
job. They're rotating perfectly, but still.
All right, Imquan getting out of there. Somebody in chat saying, was it just me or 1k for killing Glaive? No way that they're getting 1k for killing Glaive.
I saw that as well. I need to check that as well. I saw that number popping up as well, and I wondered who just got 1k gold out of what. But that could be because that was a shutdown. But no, that couldn't be. That's way too much.
Was it from Glaive or was it from Vox, though? I guess Vox didn't die, so...
Not Vox. Obviously
maybe
not
it's
Vox.
the whole team if you start to... 1k, is it a bug?
We need to just check the recap. I think it's like minute 11, so
yeah,
we're just going offline, check that. And guys, just follow us on Twitter to bait you into that follow, and we're tweeting about that right after the match, or right after the C semifinals are over.
And don't forget, you can release the Kraken early if you like by subscribing.
You have still 2 minutes to subscribe and release the Kraken before it is actually getting released on the fold. Kian face checking here, getting a lot of tension bow damage, and there's the wait for it coming through, but he's getting Imquan getting pounded out of the the suppressing fire coming in, and now you see that mad cannon damage and actually the beautiful animation. But no chance. The tension bow, the bone saw stacked. That is a clean ace coming in for Team S.
Well, they did lose Chakra though.
Well,
did they? Was there another 1,000 gold? Did anyone pay? I don't think it was though.
Nope, I just checked. And we actually can only, I don't know, can we see that? We can't see that side of gold. I believe if they are killing someone, I believe we only can see the other side.
No, we see it. We see gold from both sides.
Okay, on stream it looked like that we could not. Okay, never mind. Picking up a turret. Mini miners are in the hands of Team SG from the beginning, as the gold miner is. So this is getting tougher and tougher. Gold lead is getting bigger and bigger. What's your thought? I mean, obviously they need to step up the game, but how?
They need to sit by their turret. Well, sitting by their turrets isn't really helping. Maybe they need to go out and grab a couple of objectives. That's what they should probably be focused on. And it looks like Team SG is expecting that, so they're waiting by the gold miner. It's going to be paying out relatively soon. If I were Reborn, I would go and take at least one minion miner, just so they don't have to have so much pressure in the lane on them, and they can split up and start spreading out the gold from the jungle and the lane back to Imquan, so he can get the items that he needs to put out the damage he needs to do. But at the moment, I don't see much more than that.
Yeah, suppressing fire coming in. Ooh, that's a super smart hell turret from, I don't quite, Mamma Mia actually, but I mean, that bleeding, that mortal wound, the AoE damage from both carries actually, out of Shocker obviously, and out of Captain's bounces, out of the pulse. That is just way too much damage. They let them out there. The wolf just headed into it, and there's no chance to get this game somehow turned around if you let or give them so many objectives, and uncontested gold mine, uncontested minion mines. And that is GG, kicking out Team Reborn 1. They just recently kicked out SBTC, not SBTC, Infamous Prime, but now it's the end for them. And Imquan, Mamma Mia, and Kian, they did a wonderful tournament, but did not have the chance to win against Team SG.
Okay, so we saw Kroll, Mamma Mia, going for the Shiver Steel and the breaking point, but he wasn't able to stay alive long enough. He should have grabbed a little bit more defense before finishing that breaking point. I think that would have been the better idea. And we see Imquan with the great build, except he just could not stay alive this time. He did get the reflex block. He needed to get some armor, and he needed Catherine to hit those Atlas Pauldrons in a timely manner on Vox, because Vox was just tearing him apart. After, he played it well. Imquan played it so well. He was reflex blocking the punt from Glaive. That was the only one he had to worry about, so that was fine. But when you're sitting there in the middle and you don't have a way to escape very well, you probably should be going for a weapon build, I think, in a case like this where you don't have to worry about any other stun except Glaive, because then you could have just sat there and shredded everybody alive. Get a bone saw and not a tension bow. What's the other one? Sorrow Blade, and he would just eat everybody alive. So
I was going to ask you actually about the fact that tension bows are so common in C. Is there like a traditional thing with that like everyone says, oh, that looks
neat?
It
is. No. I think we've talked about it before. The tension bow.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah. Everybody keeps going for it because they get it if they get it early enough. I think that's the mindset. They're thinking in their heads that they can get it early enough, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But once you've already gone down that path, I guess, you think it's a waste to try and switch to something else, so you just decide, okay, I'm just going to finish it instead. But a lot of times when you get it early enough, then it was the better decision because you're putting out that extra damage early.
Okay, so if you are a C player as Mquan, as Mamma Mia, and as Kian, you know that tension bows are like the first thing to go off as a Glaive and obviously as a Vox as well. What do you throw into that to counter it?
Health.
There we go. As easy as that. I mean, that would be my answer as well, so...
Yeah,
it's actually a 10-0. I just saw that. It's a 10-0 for Captain Jakarta. 10-0-4.
Oh, yeah, he played a perfect game. Wow. Very well played there.
Congrats on that side. So guys, we
need to do ice, by the way.
We are going to do ice, and I'm just going to tell you guys what we are seeing now, and that is Team Koala against Team Fabulous. And that is going to be the last match for today, and tomorrow is going to be even interestinger. More interesting.
Even more interesting.
There we go. Interestinger. That's not a word, John. So, whomever is going to win today is playing against Team SG. We just saw them taking Reborn 1 perfectly down in a 10-0-4 for the Vox. And whomever is winning Team SG versus Fabulous or Team Koala is playing against Hunter's B. And the winner of that is facing Infamous, which are already in the finals. They are like half to South Korea already. They just need to beat one more team in a best of 5, and I see the chat is not caring about what I'm saying because they just want to have ice.
Okay.
We do need to wait for Blueberries.
No, I'm here.
Oh yeah, there he is. Okay. So he can set that up.
How do you want to take care of this? Do you want to do a keyword or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take the MVP. I mean, he went 10-0. Let's do Captain. Okay, his name is difficult to.
Captain Jakarta.
Yeah, but it's difficult to type.
How about just Jakarta?
Jakarta.
JRKR. Yeah, Jakarta. So explanation mark Jakarta. It is the raffle item is how much ice?
600.
Oh, 600 ice. That's sweet. And let's go for this one.
Ice, baby.
All right. So they have a few minutes for everyone to get into that.
Yeah, I'll let it
Jakarta.
open 3 minutes.
Good, getting some Jakarta love for the C fans here.
Okay, what are the odds, right?
Yeah.
Jakarta. Did I tell you I lately won ice on the dev stream? And
oh yeah,
and
I know.
Play of Beard said, nope, sorry, but I believe you have enough ice. You don't need that.
Yeah, he took it from you.
Yeah.
How come you guys always try? Everybody always tries still, even though, I mean, I try too. So why do I try? I don't know. I just want that extra ice to give out to all my fans here. All right. Oh, Stan Smith is in here. Cool.
Stan Smith.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Stan Smith, you need to use Omoji. You need to use the big one. That's a small J. You can't use the small J.
Oh, does it matter? I'm not quite sure.
I think so. Right, Blue?
Blue's gone. Blue went into the blue.
I'm pretty sure you have to have a capital J and the rest of it is lowercase.
Well, once the IS2, yeah, of course. Why did I enter the raffle? I mean, guys, I'm not going to get it anyways, but still. Why did so many people see that? Because there are just 340 people in that stream right now. So next matchup, last match for today. Team Koala is against Fabulous.
Yeah. This should be a good one. I don't have any invites yet.
Let's check online seats. Let me check. Team Koala should be, if I'm not thrown off. Arctic Jelly, Zodiac, Kai. Oh, there he is. Arctic Jelly just invited me as I said his name. On the other side, we do have Anyhow Win, Crazy C, Not So Young, Raymond C, and Jay Win, but I believe it's going to be Anyhow Win, Crazy C, and Not So Young. And on the other side, probably Arctic Jelly, the Zodiac, and KZ Ryan. Which side?
All right. 1 minute left to enter the giveaway. Only. Yep.
Blue, can you? Do they need to have a capital J?
I think so. Yeah, just as most of the people write it, it's exactly this keyword, capital J, and then we have less than 100 viewers, 98, 300 people watching, over 300. So, guys, type in the chat Jakarta.
How much ice? It's gonna be 600 ice.
600.
Yes, 600 ice going away to one fan, and it looks like we are in here, and bands are getting into place right now. All right, so Koala banning Fortress. What? Oh no, yeah, Fortress. So Koala banning Fortress, and Fabulous.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to give away 600 ice here, 104 viewers. We will draw the winner just now. It is Quick 1001. Congratulations, Quick, and enjoy 600 ice. Make sure to send a message here to Vainglory League on Twitch with your in-game nickname you would like to have the ice, and of course we need your server region. This is very, very important.
Right, and remember, not in this chat, because we can't keep up with the scrolling because everyone's still spamming Jakarta. So make sure it is a message sent to Vainglory League, please. And anyone else who's listening who won previously, do not forget that 600 ice that you just throw it away if you don't claim it.
Oh, and by the way, I do have a screenshot for you guys. I just checked in the rebroadcast if it was 1,000 ice, 1,000 gold. It's so funny. It's a minion dying behind him, and he is giving 100 golds, and so it looks like 1,000. Just click on that link, guys, and you should be fine, and you should see. I mean, it's closely. It looks like 1,000, but it is not 1,000.
All right, we have a double Fortress ban. Yes. So Koala and Fabulous, both banning Fortress. They're waiting for us to get started, and I believe we are ready since we have already given out our ice. So let's tell them to go.
So guys, did you check out that screenshot if you did not? Because that's perfect. It looks easily like a 1K gold, but no, no. I mean, you could like
1K gold hype.
Yeah. It looks like it, but no, not. You don't get 10K gold out of killing Glaive.
Right. Close, so Fortress still a very popular ban all around the world here. We had a double Taka, now a double Fortress. We had a Taka Jewel, and we had a Taka Fortress, I believe.
We had actually Taka, all the way besides one match, and this is the second time we don't have a Taka ban. And we are obviously, probably, I don't know it yet, going to see Takas. They are going to Taka this game. I did not say
like
Taka enough in the last 2 minutes. Taka.
Taka. What do you think the skin is going to be?
I mean, yesterday Chainsaw said that the people will laugh and scream from the top of the roofs so loud that they love the skin that everyone is going to hear about it. So I have no clue. But I believe they are doing something beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another animal, personally. My hope is that it is the red panda, because the red panda looks so much like a fox anyway, but it's super cute, and I just think it would be so funny to have a cute little red panda going around assassinating everybody. Plus, he's got Japanese history.
That's true. Yeah.
And so it makes sense because red panda is really popular in Japan. So, all right, and we have our picks. So we have Rihan on Jewel with the book, so he'll be going lane. We have Zodiac on Vox, starting with the weapon speed. And we have Arctic Jelly on the Catherine with the contract for Koala. And on Team Fabulous, we have Anyhow Win on Taka with the weapon blade. We have Nut Zayung on Arden with the contract, and Crazy C again on Celeste with the boots starting. So she wants to escape. She wants to get away, get that movement. And so they're playing it safe. They grabbed their early gold and ran straight to the lane. Only missing one on each side. Only missing one farm from each side.
So we do
see
Celeste coming in again.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, let me count for a second. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 Celestes, 4 or 5 Celestes now. And I mean, that I love that, and we are still figuring why. Probably the best answer would be that people are acknowledging that's a good counter against especially Jewel, in my opinion, because you can easily call collapse under or beneath you if she's jumping to you or towards you. We'll just see
or
how
on the way
Crazy
to you if you do it right.
Yeah.
Because it is a little bit slow. That stun is a little bit slow enough that you could technically stun it before it got to you. All right, so actually, Jose in chat was saying we should ask Super Evil to let us reveal a skin tomorrow, since it is the finals to decide for 2 regions who's going to be going to the national, to the World Invitational.
Blue, write that on the list.
That would be a cool thing for them to let you do.
I mean,
so it's worth asking, since it's going to be a big event.
I would be up for that. So if we are going to do that. That's a really good and nice idea, and they might go and do that. As you mentioned, it's going to be deciding who is flying to South Korea for them, or for representing North America, their homeboys, and for SEA. So yeah, that would be awesome. Let's just reveal a Taka skin tomorrow. No, I don't think so, that they have it already, so they would probably like at least talked a bit about it. But we do see Anyhow Win. Let's jump back into the folds. A perfect rocket leap coming in. Anyhow Win is getting melted by the Thunderstrike follow-up, but actually Catherine getting the damage, probably out of the reflex of her Storm Guard. And now we have Celeste sitting there, but nope, Crazy C backboarding, smart decision.
Okay, sorry, I was doing something else just then.
All good.
Okay. All right, so they stayed in the jungle.
Yeah, and Anyhow Win is
started
getting.
farm.
No, I thought for a second he might get. Oh, but the call collapsed perfectly, securing the life of Crazy C. The Zodiac C is looking. Are those brother and sister? Zodiac C and I mean, obviously Celeste and Vox are brother and sister, but Zodiac C and Crazy C could be.
No, I don't think so.
They could be like,
right.
I don't know.
Oh, so we see Fabulous doing a counter jungle at the moment. So smart move by Anyhow Win. Heading into the opposite side of the jungle. I wouldn't have started with that. I would have started with a different pack. So you see, he could have grabbed the 2 bottom ones and run around that corner. And then he could have stayed down behind the minion mine, and he would have been able to get out of. Whoa!
The backport is such a good place to backport.
Oh no!
Why did he break it?
Was Because the minions hit him.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
but still, a smart choice to backport.
Yes, it is. And if Fabulous was smart, they would be going in and invading with this because they're spending so much time trying to get him. They could have taken all their jungle. So we do see Zayun starting to do that, but deciding against it.
Yeah, alone he can't, but he's popping some scouties, which is good as well. Is especially giving Celeste the chance to roam downwards and buy some stuff. Maybe, yep, that's a heavy crystal right there. And
Rion and Zodiac.
Yeah.
Both have books, and I'm wondering why. Did they start? Jewel started in lane, correct?
Yes.
So I'm wondering why Zodiac decided to go with the book.
They weren't sure on that decision before.
He's probably just going straight to the needle, actually, because he does a lot of weapon damage very quickly. He wants to gain that health back.
Might be. I mean, sometimes it could be miscommunication, but also I don't think it's a bad move at all to go also in jungle for a book for Zodiac, especially if they are looking for the early invade. And as they have 3 kills on their side, they did do that, and they went in for at least sustain and team fighting. And as you mentioned, there is already a good amount of damage on him anyways.
All right. So Newt Zayun grabbing some armor. Smart play early on. He's already got the 2nd tier armor there. And we see it kept him alive just then.
Ooh, Mercus pursued, core collapse on top, so Zodiac, Kisian can't follow up with the damage there, and they are just melting down, and in the end, anyhow, when he should fall, the Mercus pursuit is getting the ace just in time, since Crazy C just spawned, and now they're going for the gold miner as well. How would you say that team fight started off, and why did they commit for it? Especially, why did Fabulous go into that?
Well, I think they caught out Arden early. They caught out Newt Zayun early, and he was taking the damage. I think he was kind of hoping that that his team would come in quickly enough so that he wouldn't be caught out so low. But he got too low, and he had to run out, and it ended up being a 3v2 for their side. And so I think it was just a really good placement, really good positioning on Koala's side, actually knowing exactly where to be and when in that tri-bush there.
So Team Koala looking on a good game right here, and trying to close this one as fast as possible. We do have the Barb Needle as mentioned. We do have a crit jewel probably coming in. Is so far looking like a mask at first. Crazy C can't get locked down. Is getting out of range of that Mercus pursuit. But now anyhow win and not so young. Anyhow win is perfect. That's beautiful. Just using the Kaku to get out of there and just Vanguard.
Actually, we saw Rihan using a hybrid jewel last time they played, and they ended up losing that match. I believe they were going against.
Let's not jinx that.
Infamous, right? Yeah. But it's interesting that the way that he's playing that. So he wants the extra damage on his ult, but he also doesn't want to lose out on the crit or on the Thunderstrike damage. So it can be very powerful, and I used to play it, I think I said before, very often with the hybrid before the jewel changes actually. So I do personally have a very high love for that type of jewel. Jewel is my favorite character, in case anyone is wondering.
Yeah, Jewel
has been since the beginning.
Is quite viable at the moment. Oh, the Vanguard a bit too early. Maybe wait for it into the nothing. Just into the clear orbit, and Crazy C is backporting into the safetiness of his home base. Looked like that Rihan is trying to get some Thunderstrike damage, but he's just farming between the lanes and is getting now anyhow went down so low that he's falling out of that Rocket Leap. A Thunderstrike should get it. It's the auto attack in the end. It's the 8-1 lead so far.
That was a beautiful Rocket Leap there.
Barely hitting him, but still dealing damage to it. Not it. It's a human being. No, it's actually not a human being. Probably.
No, it's not. It's an it.
Let's call it an it. It's an hero. Arden might be a human being. Actually, all of the players are human. Like, they are quite human. The characters besides Fortress. All heroes.
And Glaive.
Yeah. Well.
Glaive is like cat.
Yeah. But whom else? It would be Glaive and Fortress. Petal, well, Petal, yeah, well. Scarf, there we go. There are a couple of non-humans playing on the fold as well.
So we see Newt Zoyoung on Arden. He's not gotten any health items yet, so his barrier is so weak that I think that's why his team is falling so quickly.
Yeah, the way better wait for it coming in. The Solar Storm, so just 3 stars, but still getting the pick onto the Zodiac, the big red button into Crazy C, but the turret MVP is actually holding them off, and they need to retreat because that turret did so much damage into Rehan. But now, oh no, don't attack Arctic Jelly on an... Oh, I would say you should not do that because Crazy C nearly melted out of that, and that's now the Scout Trap closing it off for Team Koala and getting the kill. And it's a 10-2 lead. It's so clean for them so far. They are doing a wonderful job. I mean, we hope, because you somehow said that the last time he played it hybrid, the Jewel, he wind up losing it, and he's getting a huge chunk of damage. And now, actually, the Rocket Leap is getting dodged. There's an Atlas of Pauldron getting popped. The Minion Miner is not joining. Oh, it is joining the team fight, but Arctic Jelly is falling as well. The Vanguard on top of it, but Gold Miner is getting paid out in a second. I don't think they can do anything about it. Zodiac just popped a Crystal Infusion, and he's actually on double infusion. He's looking for the fight. He's wait for it into... Oh, Natsuyoung is getting hit by it. Anyhow, when on the Kaku is getting Vanguarded, but that's just not enough damage. You see, that is a wonderful 2v1, and that's also due to the smart decision of getting a double infusion before starting that team fight. I mean, that's 1,000 gold blowing in the wind if you don't do anything with it.
Very good decision there. And actually, earlier, Rehan, he jumped into, he walked into the back of the Minion Miner to get the Minion Miner into that fight. So that was a smart decision. Even though they were going to die, it did get enough damage onto Anyhow Win so that when he ran into Zodiac, he was already quite low, allowing Zodiac to pull off that double kill. All right, and we do see Newt Zoyoung grabbing the health items now, so his boosts should be a lot more.
Rocket Leap perfectly on the head of Crazy C. He is melting by Thunderstrike, Blast Tremors, and all the AoE damage coming in. Natsuyoung is dying in his own gauntlet wall. They are ignoring that turret. They could easily just get the next turret down with that Arctic Jelly being so tanky. Just on a fountain, not even a fountain, it's just a life spring and the Crucible. And Ryan, Arctic Jelly, this Zodiac C, they are looking super strong. They want to make it, they want to fight to Seoul, and they are pretty much there if they are going to the finals, or actually winning today.
15k gold to 8k gold here in favor of Koala, so big gold lead right there. They have held on to all of the objectives for quite a while now. Since the beginning, so we saw that before with Team SG and the way that they were able to just walk over Reborn because they had no contest against any of the objectives, and I see that happening again right now with Koala versus FAP. All right, Catherine with the Crucible and the Fountain and starting a coat of plates probably into the Atlas, so she will be doing great work for her team there. And Newt Zoyoung just finishing his Crucible right now. Crazy C with not enough cash to finish out a Broken Myth, so he's not putting enough damage onto Koala, Team Koala just yet. And we do see, look at that hybrid on Rehan. Look at that build. What is that? That's the Barbed Needle and an Eve of Harvest and a Heavy Steel and a Broken Myth. I'm liking that build.
Zodiac is looking for the close off. The wait for it is coming in. We do see a Crystal Infusion, a perfectly Rocket Leap. I thought it for a second, but they are somehow jumping out of it. The AoE damage out of Celeste, Helios are just everywhere, but they can't hold it off. Arc anyhow wins, trying to get in the safetiness of his home base, and Crazy C might die in front of it. No, still alive. We do see anyhow Win jumping back, and he is on that tension bow, so he is always waiting until it's back up, but there is so much damage into their faces by that perfect big red button. Actually, that's a really difficult big red button to hit, and he somehow pulled it off. It's a 2v2 now. I don't know if they want to still commit for the turret. There's a gauntlet dropping. They are getting trapped. The core collapse is hitting. We do see again the Helios, the supernovas. They are coming from everywhere. Arctic Jelly on the slither of health is dying to a wonderful blood for blood by Arden, but now Crazy C, she is exposed, and really, really good call collapse securing her for the second, and now we do see the next kill coming in. Anyhow, when just spawned, taking the kill on Seth's team, it is not over.
Yes, I think they were trying too hard to finish it early. They should have pulled out and gone and healed up, bought some new items, re-upped their infusions because their infusions were out at that time. Yeah. Okay, we see Zodiac has finished his breaking point and his serpent mask, so he will be doing a lots of damage if he survives these team fights. Good plays by Team Fabulous, taking down Zodiac first, knowing that he is probably the most dangerous there.
Ooh, the wait for it, nearly hitting no one here. It's a 2v3 and the Solar Storm is coming in. It's getting blocked though. Perfect reaction there by the... Oh, was that? Yeah, I thought for a second someone popped an Aegis on top because they really did not get a lot of damage out of that.
Yes, that was Catherine.
Yeah, it
was
Catherine,
Arctic
but
Jelly.
not an Aegis, it was a Crucible.
Crucible, yes.
I thought for a second, oh, they're going for the instant crack, and that's a super good decision because that could actually close the deal, and they saw that there is no Helios, Solar Storm to somehow snipe that one. But the team, they need to now. Crazy C, not so young anyhow, and they need to go in. They need to somehow get that crack. It's a big red button, and it's just melting Celeste. She's going down. This could be GG. Anyhow, Win is getting silenced. And the Rocket Leap again one more time. Ryan is getting a perfect Rocket Leap. We do see the Kite, and anyhow Win still wants to survive somehow, but no chance. They will get this game. They will close this right here. That's at least what I believe. The Zodiac is going ham into the turret. Somehow Arden is still alive. He's backporting. Did he get the kill on? Nope. Jewel is just right now coming in as well. One turret is falling, jumping into the turret as Video Valen already mentioned. That is not doing any damage into the structure, but they do have Kraken pushing as well, but there's a perfectly Solar Storm coming in. Arctic Jelly is going quite low. The Zodiac is low as well, but no, not so young. The front line of Crazy C is low as well. Bam! That's a perfect Rocket Leap onto the head of Crazy C. It's just melting Arden. Arden has no chance, and now the Vayne is exposed. They are falling like leaves. One more. Ooh, they are trying to defeat it, actually. Defend it, but nope. I don't think.
I don't think they have the damage. This is going to be a close one. No, they don't have the damage for it.
Nope.
Oh man. Yeah, I think so. Who was it? Rihan was chasing Arden, realizing that it was just futile. It was a waste of time, and left Arden. That's why Arden was able to backport with such low health. So Rihan with the good decision to move in for the kill and securing their movement to the next round. So we have Koala, we have Infamous, we have Hunters B. So most of these teams are the teams I was expecting to be in these top rounds, and that is great to see because I know that these are going to be some great games coming up. And do we know who they are going against just yet?
Yeah, Team SG will play tomorrow versus Team Koala. And then the winner will play against Hunter. They are waiting Hunters B, and then we know who's going to play in the finals against Infamous.
So quick over the builds. I think we don't need to mention a lot since we captured a bit of it, and it's quite a set in stone meta, so there is not really lots changing, and I think we don't need to pick anything in special because it's quite an in normal build on both sides. I would just mention actually that's interesting, the double Serpent Mask from Team Koala. Actually, that's the first time we have actually Jewel on a mix build, so that's actually something you could talk about for a second because that's actually something new.
This is something this is very close to the build that I was using with Jewel before her changes, because with the Serpent's Mask and the Eve of Harvest, every Thunder Strike is giving you heal for the crystal damage and the weapon power damage, so keeping you alive quite a bit, especially with the extra damage from the Broken Myth when you gain those stacks. But the interesting thing I want to point out here is Zodiac actually sold his breaking point and changed it to a bone saw before the final push, which was a great idea, knowing that he wasn't staying alive, realizing that he wasn't staying alive as long as he should be in those team fights. I think that was a very good change on his part. And actually Crazy C on Celeste for Team Fabulous did not ever finish the broken myth, and I think that was one of the biggest problems they had. Couldn't get that damage output because that damage just was not there. So remember, that's stacking a lot of damage, boosting your damage if you finish that item. Yeah. Did you get the ice, by the way, the ice winner?
Oh, that's
blue.
I have to check my messages. I will just do so. Let me quickly
guys,
go over this.
Let's figure that in the background, and let's just wrap it up for today's C tournament. And that was the semifinals. Actually, one semifinal. The other semifinal is going to be tomorrow. Decided who is going to face Reborn team. No, Hunters B. There we go. And in the finals, we do have already Infamous sitting and waiting. They are waiting for their enemy for tomorrow's finals. So guys, same time, same place. Be sure to tell all your friends, your grandma, everyone. Turn on into Twitch tomorrow, same time, to watch the finals, because that is going to be crazy. We saw the ESL finals in EU. We saw the A games coming up, because the people know, man, we are fighting about flying to Seoul, South Korea. So I want to bring my A game right here. Goosebumps right on my hand, my arm, literally. So go, show up tomorrow and watch those. If you're interested into competitive, show up tomorrow and watch those perfect matches. It's going to be perfect. I'm 100% certain.
Yes, it's going to be fantastic. I'm sad that I'm not going to be seeing a Saw being played in the final rounds, though, because Reborn was taken out. I was excited to see that, just because I like to see off-meta things.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, so guys, later on we're going to see EU and North America as well. So be sure to tune in if you are not, late in the night. Be sure to watch that, and we are probably going to hop off now, and as I believe going to bump Jetpacks, one of the best EU players from Team Red. And any last words, Blueberries?
Love watching him play.
Well, for me, thanks a lot for watching. Tomorrow, finals 8 p.m. Singapore time, SGT. Tune in, great matches coming up. We will see who is flying to Seoul, Korea. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, and spam VGL bump into the chat of Jetpacks, so we know that you guys are hopping over there. Have a good day, and see you later.
See you.
See you guys.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you